What's up, guys? Hello, everyone.
Hopefully you were enjoying those soothing sounds of SimCity.
Yes, because now
and you didn't all fall asleep.
And now you will not hear any of those. We're going to get into the show here in a minute. I kind of let everyone get up in here. I got to do some sharing real quick. And yeah, so if you guys want to do some chatting real fast, we got a few minutes here.
Also share the show.
Yes, share the show for us, please.
Tell everyone you know.
What's up, Paul? Hey.
Can I go to my page? Ooh, we're live. We are live. Boost unavailable. What kind of shit is that? Hey. Okay. Almost messed up the sound there for a sec. Oh, we're playing Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
Oh.
Thank God for that. I hate Facebook. Streaming to Facebook is just a gigantic fucking nightmare.
Playing Call of Duty. Hey, that's good, though. That's all the streamers, all the Call of Duty people, check it out.
I actually don't think it'll let me change that right now. I think I have to fucking start.
Oh, you're pushing buttons. No, that's fine. We're playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, we're live playing Call of Duty. Give me one sec. Let me see if I can go and edit that real quick.
Okie doke.
It's Matt. Face up. Matt's in the house.
Why do you show that?
I think you're going to have to stop it and restart the whole thing.
I don't want to do that.
10 o'clock.
Alright, yeah, I'm going to have to. We'll be right back. Good evening, Noah. We'll be right back. I got to restart the stream because Facebook is stupid.
Oh, boy. Look at all the viewers just pouring in. We're just going to stop it.
Something went wrong. You're telling me we're playing Black Ops. That's just not right.
Cool. So that thing I shared is...
Hold on. Calm it down there, noobs. No, it's not even our fault. It's Facebook being awful with multi-stream. Because we're trying to stream on everything.
We're playing Call of Duty. Just accept it.
Fuck you, Facebook. Alright, don't worry. We'll be starting soon. I'm really about to say I'm not too worried about it.
Thanks for liking the setup.
Appreciate it. Blowing the cartridge.
That's right.
That should help.
Get it fixed.
Oh, Facebook, why must you fail me?
We were all ready, too.
Yeah,
It was like the most ready we've ever been for a show. We were like sitting here. We're like, oh, yeah.
we're playing Call of Duty, baby.
Call of Duty Cold War.
How do I edit that? Come on, let me get in there. Start streaming. Streamers you follow, yourself. That's gotta be.
All ready, too.
Yeah,
It was like the
edit video. Don't worry, guys. We'll be done momentarily.
Tech support with Manny Ice.
Yay!
We're not playing Call of Duty anymore.
We're podcasting.
You could say Pokemon Go. I'll just play that while we're on the show.
I mean, you probably will be. See, this is the one thing that Facebook will not let you do is just talk. Chatter games. I don't think that's what we want. Talk. Show. Talk. Talking Tom. My talking Angela.
Wasn't it like chatting with friends or something like that?
No. Just, thanks, Ma. Susan says nice setup.
Thank you,
Ryan
Susan.
also says nice setup. Thanks, guys.
Matt worked very hard on that, by the way, guys.
I did.
Rearranged his basement for the 400th time this week. Let's throw our gem on there.
That's actually a good idea. Wayne Gretzky's 3D hockey 98. We gotta go with 98. Okay.
I thought we were talking about the shitty one.
Do Olympic hockey?
Because it is technically the gem.
Okay.
No, it's spoiled. I would guess it was spoiled when the boxes were on the table.
Olympic hockey, Nagano.
Yep, that's it.
Okay. That's our new game.
Yeah, we switched over. We stopped playing.
It actually fixed it too.
Cool. We stopped playing Call of Duty.
Yeah,
We just had
we
to
were
stop.
Call of Duty streamers and we just we couldn't deal with it anymore. We got some good
So,
right here.
if you guys could, while we're here, if you want to share the stream,
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
I'd love you. That would be awesome.
I'm gonna start recording this on the computer.
That would be radical.
And then
If you don't want to, don't worry. I'm not pressuring you to. I'll still talk to you, man. We'll still give you great deals at our video game stores.
if you like this show, then we know you'll share it. We're gonna guilt trip you into doing that. Because that's what good streamers do.
Wake everyone up in your house and be like,
Yo, gotta check out the Matty Ice and Marky Mark podcast.
Isaac asks how we're doing tonight. We are fantastic now that we're not playing Call of Duty Black Ops.
oh, technically Punch-Out's on.
I know. But we could
You
do
said
as
that.
well. I'm gonna change that game every week.
I like the setup.
Thank you, everyone, for what is that one? The RPG. Kyle, thank you for liking the setup. I appreciate it. It took more time than I would like to admit, to be honest. But I think we're getting near ready. Oh God.
It's tripping me out.
Oh my God.
So much stuff tangled.
I know. I'm tried to do some cable management, and it worked out, but it's a sketchy scenario, I'd say. Can we get some no sick 360 no scope montages? Rob's gonna pull one off soon here. He's gonna do some quick scoping with that zapper there. Noah, thank you for the setup. Is this at your house or at work? This is at my house, actually.
It's in Matty Ice Dungeon.
Yeah. Redid the I figured since we're starting to do some more live shows, this would be the way to go. Kind of give you guys get the collection in the background. Just get everything looking cool. Can we get a sound check real fast? Is everything sounding good to you guys before
Hello.
we start everything up?
Do we sound good? If you could help us.
And then we'll get right into the show.
I might be doing this a lot. My old man eyes. Okay. Thanks, Paul.
Yup. Okay, cool. Well, I think we're probably about ready to, I didn't even share this post yet.
Decade of difference. I can't see.
You can always use your phone too, Mark. There is that option as well.
What's a phone?
Tune
All right.
in.
Oh, God, sorry.
Wow, that was just ASMR burping.
Yeah. Some people dig that shit. They'd be like, oh, burp in my air one more time. Okay.
All right. Shared it. Did you share to the VIP group?
I did.
Fantastic.
And you guys, all you guys watching, you all shared it too. So appreciate that.
We actually have gotten a lot of shares on this.
Well, yeah. These guys are fucking sweet.
So thank you guys.
I love you all.
You are all a fantastic bunch. Are we ready to get into this live show, Mark?
If you like the setup, now all your friends will see it. And you guys can talk about it.
You know what's weird?
And buy t-shirts at trippytees.com.
For the first time ever, you can actually see the outline. Usually, have to throw the paper back and forth real quick.
Where is the outline? Oh, the outline. Okay.
It's right there.
I'm just kidding. This is off the top of the head. We don't write outlines.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Let's do this.
Maybe-
Season 6, Episode 4. And you even wrote it down there for me.
Andy Harrington, maybe get a closer monitor. Yeah. Well, Andy, the setup just did not permit that.
Okay, Andy. All right.
I know.
Go read a book.
Okay. Mark, are you doing the intro for this week?
Sure.
Okay. Ready? So just so you know, it's Season 6, Episode 4.
I'm aware.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome, everybody, to Season 6, Episode 4 of the Matty Ice and Marky Mark podcast.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We have a live show up and ready for your viewing pleasure. For those of you that were not able to make it to the live show, you get to hear us talk and read out some comments here and there. We won't be able to catch everything tonight, but after each segment, we'll probably take a few and kind of catch up on the chat and all that
That's right.
stuff.
We're not ignoring you, we promise.
Yep. So welcome back to the first live show in a while. We are planning and hopefully going to keep doing this every week. So this is the setup you guys are going to see every week.
Monday nights, 10 p.m.
That's the plan. And
Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, be there.
We're going to stick to it unless Mark bails like he usually does. Oh, wait. That's me, actually.
Yeah, what?
But Mark, why don't we get into what we've been playing as always? What have you been playing this last week and a half that we've been gone?
So I was on vacation. You're going to hear that a lot this show. So, but yeah, I jumped back into Pokemon Go. My sister's playing it, and I got sucked into it hardcore again. And I don't know if it's just walking around downtown, things like that. It just happens. And my nephew, he's into it now, so it was cool playing with him. So yeah, I was doing a little Pokemon Go, and that's fun. It's always fun to do that.
What generation are they up to in that game now? Are they on like 5th or 6th at this point?
I don't know. I lost track.
I stopped playing at the 2nd gen, so I don't even know what they're up to these days.
It's fun though. It's fun. People want to check it out. It's cool. It's a fun game. But I was also while I was up north, I played some Super Metroid. Brought the Switch along, had setup going and everything, and I busted out Super Metroid. Fun fact: I've never beat that game.
I have started that game up so many times. It's one of those, like, you can't start it and then stop and go back to it a month later or even like a week or two later. You have to just sit down and beat that game.
Seriously. Yeah, same with me. That's one game I've always restarted, and I'm probably going to have to restart it because it's been like 4 days and I probably have no idea where I'm at right now. Even though there's a map, I'm still lost all the time.
Dude, for the longest time, because I didn't look up any walkthroughs on that game, the doors that you have to shoot like 5 missiles to open, I've shot like 1, 2. It's a fucking missile. That thing should open up with like 1 or 2. Not
there's so many parts in that game for small things like that where I've looked up and been like, oh shit. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that makes sense. Like, I literally spent about an hour and a half on this one spot, and all you had to do is run.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that you just hold a button to run.
Oh, the doors that you got to charge through?
Yeah, well, not that. Yeah, it's the ground's falling apart, and the ground falls apart, and then it reappears.
Oh, okay.
And you got to run haul ass over it. And I'm like, what the fuck? And so I'm like trying to look it up online, and it's one of those things where it's such an easy ass thing that everybody in the world except you just figured out on their own.
Yeah.
So nobody online even has anything because it's so simple and you feel so stupid. Like, I literally went to like a Reddit page and I'm like, how do you do it? There's a screenshot of it. What's going on here? And then like finally somebody on there was like, hey, retard, push X to run.
There you go.
And I'm like, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Now I know. I'm that retard.
That's all I got to do is press the run button that every Super Nintendo game is used.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I got stuck there, but yeah, I'm having a blast playing it because I'm really excited for the new Metroid coming out later this year. And yeah,
that game is going to be fantastic. Collector's editions of that are already selling for like $170 or $200.
Shout out to Ryan Boyle. Got every single one.
Also, Isaac, thank you for the info. Pokemon Go is up to Gen 6 for those of you that did not know.
Thank you.
So, as we mentioned last week, Nintendo had a Direct where they unveiled one of the the latest and greatest Smash Bros. Character. So I've been playing Kazuya, and he is a beast, man. It's like every time they add a new fighting game character, it gets just a little bit better. Like Ken and Ryu, horrible,
right?
Absolutely atrocious. Terry is awesome because they give him some super combo stuff and all that. And then Kazuya is just insane because he has 15,000 different moves. And the the most curious about, the 10-hit combo that they show you in the trailer. Super easy to pull off and super fun to do. It's just hit A bunch of times, you loser. I figured it was going to be like you get to 100% and you do like a half circle back, and then you press like A or whatever. But no, it's just super easy and a fun move to pull off.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Every time I go on vacation, they always have a new Smash Brothers character like that week.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, because Min Min was last year.
This is a little bit better.
A little
than
cooler
Min
than Min Min, but yeah. So we brought that. We were playing that as well, man. He's sweet.
So played that. We, as some of you know, I have a VR arcade at my Saginaw store. Well, the only store I work at, rather. I added a new game. So we had this game called Stand Out, which was a virtual battle royale. Pretty cool. I don't play a lot of battle royale games anymore, but there is like that little sweet spot that they hit sometimes. So the service I use for the games, they have a new one called Virtual Battlegrounds. Hopped in it, and that game runs so much better than Stand Out. It runs so smooth, and they give you a warm-up time where you can actually... Like Stand Out, it's like 3 to 5 minutes until you can get into a game. So people that come in and play, it's like they're waiting around, and I have to pause their time so they're not just wasting a bunch of time in a lobby.
Right.
That game, it's instantaneous, and they give you a bunch of guns to mess around with and get the feel for it. So immediately I was already like, okay, I know how to play this game. Like I didn't need to sit through a tutorial, anything like that. So they drop you out of a plane. You got to literally pull your parachute, and there's... You know, you've seen a parachute, how it's got those things that you can, like, change your direction.
I've seen a
with.
parachute, yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
You've got to legitimately grab onto those to maneuver yourself around.
That's neat.
Super messes with the senses, but played it. Played one game just to try it out. Got a win. First game.
Dub.
Chicken
dinner.
5 kills. No big deal. Just a beast over here on the
just Mr. VR
virtual battlegrounds.
We had like 14 viewers and they all left when you said VR.
Yeah. Well, you know.
I mean 14,000, sorry.
Yeah, 14,000. We're down to 7,000. But no, that game was cool. I didn't even talk about it last week, surprisingly. But Mario Golf came out.
Yeah.
Mario Golf Star Rush or Superstar Rush or whatever.
Yeah. I haven't played it yet.
It's pretty...
Uh-oh.
Interesting. It's good.
As excited as you were for that game, for you to say it's pretty, that's not a good sign.
So it looks like the GameCube one. Like it has a very similar look. It looks very good. Minus Donkey Kong. He looks like a bunch of like poop nuggets kind of sewn together. He looks horrible. You'll have to look up a picture of him. I wish I could throw one up right now. Mario Golf on the Switch, Donkey Kong.
Nugget
looks just awful, but it's got the main golf mode where you can play like exhibition and stuff like that, and it's got speed golf and battle golf, and then there is the golf adventure, which is the story mode. So golf adventure, you get your Mii character, and you know you go learn how to play and all that stuff. You play against the pros and in these different courses. The absolute worst voice acting ever. The Mii voice is the worst thing ever created. And you hear it so much. And then there's the Koopa coach that's got this like just insane voice. Just these insane voices for this game that you constantly have to hear.
Oh man.
It's like rah, rah! It's like what is happening? And then your Mii is like ultra high pitched. What does he say? He says okay at almost every possible okay. That's exactly how that thing sounds. It is atrocious.
It's got to be better than the Super Mario Sunshine Bowser voice acting.
No, it's not. Because I can sit through that and deal with it. And I legitimately want to turn off Mario Golf. It's so bad.
Oh, wow.
I will hook it up later so that you can listen to it. Because
I can't wait.
It's just bad. But overall, game's okay. It's not great by any means, but it's fun.
Is it a good golf game?
It's okay.
Okay.
I would say it's probably one of my least favorite Mario Golf games for sure. But yeah, other than that, played a fun light novel game on PS4 called Arcade Spirits.
Okay.
You're this guy that goes into an arcade. He like starts out a job at an arcade, and it's just one of those like, not a dating sim per se, but something like that. I just wanted to try it because you start an arcade, like you work at an arcade, so it seemed cool. I wanted to know.
Okay.
Shut up! I don't want judgment here. This is a judgment-free zone, like Planet Fatness. Okay.
Planet Fatness.
But no, it was good. It was actually a pretty good game.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was a fun dating sim game.
So Matt's been playing Tinder.
Yeah, I've been playing Tinder on the PS4, and that was a good time. What about you? Anything?
Yeah. So I did a little board gaming when I was up north, and we played the Blockbuster game, which is fantastic. It's super cheap too. You can buy like Meyer at $20. It's awesome. So yeah, it pretty much combines like charades and your movie trivia. But yeah, it's a fun game, and it's super easy to learn, super easy to set up. So yeah, I got that. I played with my fam, brought it up, played with my fam. Also played with some friends from up in Traverse City. Shout out to Jared and Cassie. But yeah, the Blockbuster game's great. My mom might have had a little bit too many brouhahas, and she was being hilarious. I'm proud of her though, because one of the things is she got airplane, and she had to do a quote, and she said, "Don't call me Shirley." I'm
Nice.
like, oh, that's awesome. I was very proud of my mom then.
That is the best quote from that movie.
Yeah.
Or one of the best.
But yeah, it was hilarious. She had a blast. My sister was cracking up. My brother Dom was playing with us, and we were having a good time. Also played Uno with Jared and Cassie, and I'm going to say this right now. You know me and Uno.
Yeah, you are very like stickler for the rules. When I started throwing stack and draw twos and stuff, you're like, no, I don't want to play. I don't want to.
No, that's not true, because like, yeah, those are like actual rules that can be implemented.
Mm-hmm.
But the actual rules of Uno, I know how to play, and everybody thinks they know the actual rules of Uno when they don't. And I got to come off and be this big asshole when I'm like, sorry, you've been playing the game wrong your whole life.
Yeah, Mark is the elitist Uno player amongst our ranks.
So when you can't play a card, you pick it up, you pick up one card,
mm-hmm.
and it's the next person's turn. Unless you can play that card, then you set it down. That's the rule. And some people play with the crazy rule, but it's a legit rule you can implement. When you can't play that card, you draw another card. Can't play that, you draw another. You pretty much keep drawing until you need to play the card.
I kind of like that rule,
Yeah.
but it does.
And it's crazy, but yeah, that is a legit rule that a lot of people play. It's not the official way to play, but it is a rule that's in the book that says, yeah, you can do that if you want.
That'll stack the hell out of your deck, though.
It's crazy, but yeah, you can do it. But I was playing with them, and they were like, they brought the cards over. It was at my dad's house, so technically house rules should have been my say, but whatever, I was nice. And they're like, no, it's draw 3 cards, and then it's the next person's turn.
What?
I'm like, Dad, that doesn't exist. That's never
not
a rule.
that's not
a rule. That's not it. And they were like, yeah, no, it's draw 3. I'm like, do I really have to be a rule lawyer right now?
Yeah, do I gotta break out
Google?
Do I gotta break out my
And
law
I'm like,
book?
okay, well, we can play that way. That's just not the rules. And I can tell there was anger building in one of them, and it was getting heated. And I'm like, damn it, just let it go. Nope. Pulled out my phone, Googled it. See, yeah, you just draw 1 card, and it's the next person's turn.
You legit pulled the phone out.
I did. And then she responded back with, well, we're playing with draw 3. And I'm like, oh, shit. And I'm like, okay. That's cool.
I mean, you can't really argue with that.
It wasn't that mean, but yeah, whatever, we'll play. And then I got to start playing, and they busted out. You know how they have the blank cards?
Oh, my God. I can't stand that crap, dude.
So they had the blank cards, and they busted out some of them. They weren't bad, though. Their rules were actually pretty cool, and they made it sweet. So, but yeah, I could see how that could become a disaster. Could you imagine some of the crazy rules some people do? Theirs weren't bad, though. It was like switch hands with person to your left, or
okay, I could get behind that.
Or like pretty much reshuffle your hand.
Yeah,
and
you
draw.
Could be a super jerk with them. Like,
yeah,
pick up 10 cards, and then if you can't discard 5 of them, pick up 30 more.
Or like,
just stupid.
Or like, take off your shirt.
Strip Uno.
Strip Uno.
I've always wanted to play that.
So yeah, but no, that was still fun, and yeah.
What's your favorite house rule for Uno? Like, if you had to, I know you love legit Uno.
Yeah.
But we did
The
play.
draw 2 thing is cool.
I
where
like
you
the
can-
draw 2.
I would probably say that's my favorite one because it
can't-
doesn't break the game as much.
Yeah, the stacking draw 4 is kind of a dick move, not gonna lie. But it is fun, like when you only play with 4 people or so, and all of you have just got a solid hand of cards, and the draw 2 goes around. Like,
Yeah.
And then it's like a draw 10 or draw 12, and someone just gets boned on it.
Having to explain the challenge rule for the wild draw 4, that's tough.
I love that rule.
Yeah, I know, but like having to explain it and be like, they drop it and be like, show me your hand.
Yeah.
There's no way. And they're like,
No.
fuck you, I'm not showing you my hand. And I'm like, that's the rules, man.
Yeah,
You're like,
draw
fuck you, that's not the rules.
Is it draw 6 if they could have played
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
So, yeah.
You gotta
know
be-
how I learned how to play Uno correctly? Xbox 360 arcade.
That was a good Uno game, too.
Yeah.
Until
they ruined it with the camera and it was just wieners everywhere. They had the little camera. Remember the little Xbox 360
yeah.
camera? Yeah, people got those and there was just dicks everywhere. Every time you played Uno, it was just like, I'm sitting in a room, 3 other dicks, literally. Just fucking penises all over the place.
Still having
Shuffle 'em
fun-
up, boys.
Still having fun playing Uno, though.
So yeah, they got rid of that real quick.
Well, why don't we get into? There's a decent chunk of news this week. You want to get right into it?
Sure.
All right. So we'll get into PlayStation's state of play in a sec here. Donkey Kong is becoming an old man. Speaking of the poop Donkey Kong from Mario
Poop
Golf,
Nugget.
Poop Nugget Donkey Kong has turned 40 years old.
40 years old, that old poop nugget.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
He's old enough to be. He's old enough to be my dad.
Yeah. It's old enough to not be my dad. I mean, I guess he could, but that'd be a really weird relationship.
Yeah, he could be like your stepdad.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
like-
He seems like a
I
stepdad.
don't think he could be your real dad.
Yep.
You're fucking old.
Mark,
man.
pick up your fucking Legos.
Did you have anything to go? Because that was your news. Did you have anything to go along
Nope.
with that? Okay, Donkey Kong is 40 years old.
Happy
everyone.
birthday, Donkey Kong.
Yeah, do you know when that was?
Nope.
Okay.
Probably 40 years ago.
Great tidbit of news there for you. Well, so Sony missed out on, well, they didn't miss out. They just didn't feel like going to E3 this year. So Microsoft and Nintendo got to run the table with that. But
They're like the only child they don't like to share.
yeah, they
They don't like to share with their toys.
we're going to do our event on our time and not let anyone know about it. So I didn't even know that this had happened or that it was happening. You texted me about it, and I'm like, Sony had a state of play, or they are having a state of play? Okay, well, I guess
It happened, and you were like, whoa.
it happened, and I watched all of the stuff today for it, so it's all fresh in my memory. So I'm going to go over the games that they were releasing here. Moss Book 2 is a sequel to one of the most popular PSVR games, so there's no date for that. Today, Arcade-ageddon comes out. Basically, what that game is I think that's in early access today. That is pretty much, it's a looter shooter. It looks like Splatoon, honestly. It's like Splatoon meets Destiny. July 27th, Tribes of Midgard. Literally is a Norse mythology Diablo game, and it actually looks awesome. I cannot wait for that game. That's the first time I've ever seen anything on it. That game comes out a week from Saturday, or 10 days from Saturday.
And most
so-
of these are indie games, right?
yeah, this was definitely more of like an indie state of play. I don't know if that's what they marketed it as. It didn't seem like it, but that game looks sweet. September 7th, Fist Forged in Shadow Torch is coming out. It's like a 2D platformer where you play a mech rat that beats the hell up out of other things. It looks okay. It looks interesting. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to get that
okay.
one. It looks okay. Yeah. August 3rd, Hunter's Arena Legends. That's like a like an MMO. It's like an arena game. It's like 30. That was a terrible sound. Like 30 people can duke it out and melee. I don't know.
Nice.
That's August 3rd. 2022, Sifu Fight Club comes out. That one's weird. It's kind of like just a straight up fighting game, like Yakuza, I guess you could say, like the older Yakuzas.
Okay.
But it's got like a Dark Souls thing with it, where each time you die, you age further. So you start out at like 30, and then each time you die, you gain like 2 to 5 years on your life.
That's kind of cool.
It looks really cool.
They should do it like opposite, so it's like Benjamin Button.
You start out at 99 and work your way down.
Yeah.
And once you hit like 25, you're just a beast.
Yeah.
You can't. Like,
And then you turn into a baby.
Yeah. Baby fighting. Will slap your legs or something.
Yeah.
That game looked pretty sweet. It actually looked like a pretty fun like fighting game. I haven't seen much like that before. Jet the Far Shore. It's like they didn't give a release date on that, I don't think. Maybe they said 2022. That is pretty much No Man's Sky, but like a pacifist version. So there's no combat really, and there's no resource extraction. It's mostly just like exploring this planet. It's like
Mist.
It's like Abzu, Mist.
Yeah. That's not my game.
It looked really good. Like visually, it looked pretty awesome. But yeah, you have to like run away a lot. It's like Outlast almost.
You ever had those kids growing up that were really into Mist?
No, I never.
Man,
Mm-mm.
no one like.
I played.
Those kids were.
I played a few of those like.
Those are the ones you don't want to like fall asleep around
because they're gonna like.
They'll like
smell your socks or something.
Yeah, or like do something weird with your toothbrush or something.
Yeah.
You know, fucking Mist people.
If you played Mist as a kid, we know what you did. Oh no, I played some of those like hidden treasure games where it was like find the 5 butterflies in this picture and stuff like that. I don't know if you ever played any of those. There were a ton of those on PC.
Okay. Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah. So I didn't play Mist, but I played like the Kmart version of Mist.
Nice.
No fucking with people's toothbrushes though. Anyway, so October 13th, Demon Slayer. Wow, good handwriting, Matt. Hinokami Chronicles comes out. It looks like a Devil May Cry of the Demon Slayer game. I was unimpressed with the visuals on that game for how fucking awesome that anime is. Like that game looked super it looked mediocre to me. Some of the stuff looked cool. Hopefully you can change the voice actors to Japanese because the American voice actors for that are not good. September 24th, Lost Judgment comes out.
Lost Judgment, September 24th.
What was that game? I don't remember what that game was.
Lost Judgment.
Lost Judgment. I have
Figure
lost,
it out yourself.
I have lost what Lost Judgment was. Death Stranding Director's Cut comes out eventually. Kojima went on to say that Death Stranding Director's Cut is not actually a Director's Cut. So I don't know what the fuck that game is. It's just like a PS5 upgrade that adds some stuff. But Kojima wanted to make it very clear, not a Director's Cut.
Okay.
Don't know why he felt the need to express that to people.
I don't know. I never played that game.
I didn't either.
I have it. Dylan. Shout out to Dylan.
It's Kojima things. What, did he buy it on
Yeah, I've had it for a while.
PlayStation 5? We had one of those.
PS4. We don't have
PS4.
5.
I'm sorry.
We don't have 5 yet. We're not rich like you.
We had one of those special editions come into work recently. You know the baby, right?
Yeah.
We call it the Reedus fetus. The Norman Reedus fetus. And the special edition is this briefcase with the Reedus fetus in it.
Oh, wow.
It was so creepy. It was terrifying. And it sold immediately. So someone now has
the Reedus
fetus in their house. So congratulations to that person. But yeah, Kojima does Kojima things. That is all from this state of play. There was no information on God of War Ragnarok. Nothing more on Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah. There was a 9-minute gameplay trailer for Deathloop. I feel like we've gotten like 37 9-minute trailers for Deathloop. Like, can that game just come out yet?
Right.
Because it's a Bethesda game, so it's going to probably, like, It doesn't look that great. I don't know. It doesn't really.
Dude, I bet before Microsoft bought Bethesda, you're like, Deathloop looks awesome.
No, I said the same exact thing when that came out on E3. I was like,
Whatever.
it doesn't really look that good.
Bethesda sucks now.
Yeah. I think that's a timed PlayStation exclusive, too.
Yeah. It's like the last one.
It's got so it's going to be a pile of dicks now. Microsoft's like, we got to get this. We're contractually obligated to get this game to PlayStation. Can we make sure the servers just suck on launch day and then we'll fix it like,
It's good.
I don't know, 6 months down the road?
It's fine with me. Get all those bugs worked out on PlayStation first.
Imagine what would happen if Microsoft bought Blizzard. Well, they couldn't get much worse because Activision owns them. So, I don't know. Maybe we'd get a Diablo 4 some fucking time. That's why I'm so excited about the Midgard tribes, because I've been waiting for Diablo 4 for like 13 years.
Yeah.
Just want to play the damn game. But that was our news of the week, I guess you could say.
Shit, girl.
Well, I don't really have a soundbite for it, but we've got some vacation stories to talk about from Mr. Mark Reichert here.
Street Trace.
What?
Street Trace.
Dun, 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 dun. I guess I can use that one. Vacation story time. Streets of Rage is used for everything on this show.
Yeah, so, all right. So, yeah, we're going to talk about my vacation a little bit here. And Matt's also got something about 4th of July.
I do, yeah. This is vacation 4th of July summed up into one segment.
All right, so, yeah, I went to Traverse City. It's my hometown. I went there to visit family, okay? And, okay.
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 I
That's
got
the deal.
there. I
All
got
right.
there every year.
I went to every year.
I liked your clip of you guys trying to piss off the Fudgies in Traverse City by blaring music.
Oh, yeah, Dom. He was driving around downtown with, like, death metal playing.
Yeah, just so you guys
Like,
know,
old fogies looking at us.
if you go up to Traverse City anytime like that, you are a Fudgy, and you will be looked down upon by the residents there.
Oh, yeah. People probably don't know that, yeah. That's a tourist in Traverse City. It's called a Fudgy.
Yeah. Anyway.
But, yeah, dude, had a day with Dom, and we went downtown, and while we were there, we went to the coin slot. A lot of you might know, if you're up there, it's an arcade. So I haven't been there in a while. And they changed that arcade. It was awesome before. It had so much stuff in there. It was a small little building, but you'd walk in and you would just see tons of arcades all around. They had arcades in the middle. It was a little tight fit, but it was fucking sweet, man.
Yeah.
And then you could buy pay like $20 and you can just play for good, you know. It wasn't that many games. $20, yeah, that seems like a pretty good deal.
They had a chill spot in the back with like a couple consoles set up, like Smash or Mario Kart 64
Yeah,
and
you
stuff.
could chill and play some old games, some old retro games, and they even had like a skee ball there, and it was pretty cool.
I took my dad there a few years,
Yeah.
played some pinball. It was cool.
So I went there with Dom because we were all hyped because we went there before and it was awesome. So we're going to have a bro day, me and my brother, and we're going to go down. And we walk in, and first thing Dom says is, where the hell's all the games? And so they turned it into a barcade. Now, barcade sounds cool.
Not necessarily a bad move.
Yeah, barcades sound cool, right?
Mm-hmm. I've been to a couple, and they were freaking rad.
See, yeah, this one they focus too much on the hipster bar atmosphere than actually still having it be an arcade. Don't get me wrong, they got some cool stuff in there still, but they had, I want to say, I swear, it feels like they got rid of like 20 games.
Wow.
Yeah, they have a lot of good pinball. It's mostly pinball, and it's most of the super, super nice pinball ones, too. They had the Mandalorian there. That was cool. They had Rick and Morty. They have really good ones, the good Bally pinball. And then on the other side, they had, like, as far as arcades, there was, like, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat 2. So they had, like, good fighting games. But there was only, like, 4 or 5 of just the normal stand-up arcades. And then smack dab right in the middle, where they used to have back-to-back arcades. They got rid of all those. And right in the middle, a pool table. This is an arcade, man.
Pool table's not Yeah, you don't have a pool table in a
Come on,
barcade.
man.
You have a pool table in a barcade when you have an enormous amount of space, and yeah, there you go. You
And they
get
got
one.
and they got rid of a bunch of their games just for like booths and seating and stuff because there's a food truck. There's like a food truck that's always outside, so you can get your food truck food, come into the arcade with the AC or whatever, and sit down and eat.
Yeah,
And then you can buy like a beer from up there, which is like it's all like special hipster beer, I guess. I like to not use that word as much hipster because I'm not trying to be offensive. It's just craft beer.
Yeah,
Just
craft
say
beer.
craft beer.
yeah.
But yeah, so it's like neat beer and stuff if you're into that. But man, they got rid of all the games, and there's like literally another area that's roped off. I guess it's part of a restaurant. I thought originally that was part of the arcade because I look over there and the area's roped off, and I look in there and then there's like couches and stuff. I'm like, what the hell? I thought originally that was part of the arcade, and I'm like, why wouldn't they just have more arcades in here instead of couches? But I guess that's part of some restaurant. So that bummed me out, man. And Dom and I just played a couple games. We're like, dude, let's get out of here, man.
See, one day.
Oh, it's all coin op, by the way, now. No more pay for stuff. It's all coin op.
Oh, so you can't pay for a wristband to play?
No.
See, that's not like. So I'm gonna compare it to the one we went to in Chicago. Granted, a lot more space there. It was outside of Chicago, so they didn't have to pay a premium for the space. And the way that they did it was there were maybe like 10. There were like 7 tables in the main room that you walk into, and each one's like a different theme. It's like we were at the Arkanoid table or something like that.
That's cool.
So there's tables, and then in the back there's booths set up for bigger parties. But like the whole thing that they did was there's the bar that was sectioned off pretty much. It was like out of your view partially because of COVID, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And it definitely seemed like they were way more into the games there. Like the waitress or the server rather they would come to your table, find out what you want, and then they'd come back, drop it off later. And then when your drink was finished, they'd come grab that. Granted, like I said, it was probably COVID related, but they packed as much stuff in there as possible. And it was just a door fee. They had, the night was split up into 2 segments. So like, I don't know, like 3 to 8 was like $10, or 4 to 8 was like $10, and then 8 to midnight was another $10. So you could stay for the whole thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and then
That's a good way to do it.
pinball machines lining the walls, and then in between there were arcade games like Crazy Taxi, Donkey Kong, Pac-Man. So they were way more into the pinball and the arcade side of things than the bar. The bar was second. Like it's more about, you can have a drink and be social, but it's not just about eating food and catching a buzz.
Yeah, now when you walk in, it's just like the bar's right there. And then there's this other stuff that's off to the side. Yeah, so that was a huge bummer because I love Coin Slot. It was cool. The owner's awesome. His name's Scott. He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
He's come to one-up games and he's bought stuff before. And like I don't know, man. Maybe he probably just makes more money that way. To be honest with you, you can't fault a dude for wanting to make more money. He probably makes way more money that way.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, I imagine they make a lot of money on that craft beer stuff.
Yeah. So, but
I get it.
there was a
It's just
good
shame.
part. Later that week, I went to Right Brain Brewery, which is also in Traverse City. It's a little closer to my mom's house. It's cool. You can walk there. And that place was pretty cool before. And complete opposite. Now, they're a lot bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not downtown. So they're like a lot bigger location. Have you ever been there?
I've not, no.
Oh, okay. And they added a shitload of games. So like they're all about coming in. They usually have food trucks, same thing. But they're all about like if the food trucks aren't there, you can bring food in to snack and stuff while you're
Nice.
there. And they added they're all about board games too, having board games, playing those with people. And they added a ton of cool pinball. Some of the new ones, the Badass Valley, like the badass new ones. And they got some of the old ones, and then the old ones are cheaper, 50 cents.
Yeah.
Some of them.
That's the way to go.
50 cents. I mean, you got that. They had this humongous one. It was called like Hercules. And like literally, it's, like
That's
4
like-
feet. and you got in like the ball is like a cue ball from pool.
Man.
It's huge, dude.
So the flippers are probably ginormous for
dude.
that.
And you got to hit it pretty hard to get that fucker some momentum. So
That's cool.
Yeah, and that was only 75 cents for that one. So, but yeah, they got a lot of cool things. They even have a little mini bowling alley that you would dig.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's this itty bitty. They're like on. They're like, it's weird. They have like little sensors, and you roll them over the sensor, and then it drops the pins of which ones you got.
Okay.
And then it pops away, so you see like how many you actually hit by rolling over those sensors. So yeah, you would dig that, and then they also had skee ball.
And that's a brewery, so you're getting their product, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and then they also have a bunch of different things. But yeah, man, they kicked ass. I don't know if Coin Slot sold them some of their stuff or what, but Right Brain,
that's the new
won
move.
me over. That's the place to go.
Interesting.
Not Coin Slot. Sorry.
That's a shame, but you know, you gotta. I guess when you're downtown Traverse City, you gotta do what you gotta do to stay afloat.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, dude probably makes a lot more money now.
hey, whatever. I guess whatever works. It appeals to a different crowd, I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, but that, and then it's Cherry Festival also. So we went down to the Midway, and if some of you know, that's the Cherry Festival rides have been in the news lately. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about this ride.
What was it even called?
The one that everyone's talking about was the Magic Carpet ride. So that's the one that there's videos of it like almost tipping over while it was going.
Yeah, if you haven't seen a video of it, it's basically what it is it's like you sit side by side on this thing, and it just goes in a circle.
It goes left and right, and then it keeps picking up speed, and then it eventually does a whole rotation, circles around, and it's fucking sweet. It's like one of my favorite little carny rides they have there. I've gone on it for years, forever. But before we went on that one, Amanda and I went on this one called the Shock Drop, and this thing's pretty fucking freaky. I don't know what was happening. I was just in the mood to die that day. I guess I was like, let's go on it. Let's do it. And I'm never like that, but I was like, come on, let's do it. And so we're standing in line to get on the Shock Drop, and they stop us because we almost got on the ride. What weren't quite enough, you know. So we're first in line now. And I see this dude, one of the carny workers, he's like stepping up onto the seats and looking at something inside the carriage area. And he's like yelling back at one of the guys about something. Like there's something fucking wrong with the ride. And I'm like, well, that doesn't look good. And then like some people standing in the line behind us are like, what are they doing? What's going on? Should we not be on this ride? And then the other guy's working. He's just like, he's like, it's fine. Don't worry about it. He's like, just go run and grab me a screwdriver.
Oh, fuck that.
That's what he said to the other carny dude. And he gets up and just books it out of there to go grab this guy's screwdriver. And I'm like, oh shit. Huh.
Anything hand tight on a ride that moves around with you inside of it is not kosher. Like
so this ride, the Shock Drop, is what it is you get on it. You sit in it, you sit on these seats, and it's one of those ones that slowly goes up about 60 feet. When it reaches the top, it just drops.
Yeah.
Completely drops. Then the hydraulic brakes kick in right before you die, and it saves you. So, yeah, we go to get on it, and I wanted to get on this one side with Amanda. I told my wife, let's get on this side so we go up and we can see the whole bay. Let's get on that side first. We're first in line. Let's get the coolest seats. And, but yeah, they ran the ride after the screwdriver thing. Didn't care. He just fucking ran it. And I'm like, okay, well.
They didn't even do like a test ride?
No, he's like, all right, well, yeah, those guys would have died if there was really something wrong. So let's get on it. That's fine. It's just carnival rides. There's nothing wrong is going to happen. So we did. We got on it. We go to get on the seats that we can see the bay. And the seats are like, they're foam, but they're like duct tape. There's like duct tape all over the seats and shit. I'm like, oh man. And then I get in, I'm cool, and there's a little safety belt, like a seat belt. And you know when those shoulder pad things go over you,
Mm-hmm.
and they usually do like some sort of hydraulic lock.
They click and you can't
and then
push
you can't
them up.
move them.
Yeah.
They didn't do that.
Oh.
They were just still like, woo. So we were I'm locked in by the seatbelt. Okay. My wife did not think that was safe enough. And she's like, what? It didn't lock. It didn't lock. And she's like, it's just a seatbelt. I'm like, you're fine. You got the little seatbelt thing on. You'll be all right.
Yeah. You're only going up 60 feet, dropping fast as shit.
And then we started going up. Slow descent. Or slow.
Oh, my God.
Not descent. Ascent.
Ascend.
So we would. So we were going up. And the more higher you're getting, the scarier you're getting. And I'm like, oh, boy. That's what I'm saying out loud. I'm like, oh, man. Oh, man. And I look, and she's like, shut the fuck up. Shut up. This isn't locked. And she's just like full on panic attack. And I felt so bad for her because she was so scared. And the way this thing is, as you're getting higher up, there's like a canopy over you. So you can't see when you're getting to the top. You have no idea. You're just like, when's it going to happen?
Oh, it's just always
when's it going to happen?
Oh.
And then Jay, my brother-in-law, he was down there because he didn't like going on any of the rides. And he was just with the baby stroller down there looking up at us. And he's seeing us talk. And he said it was hilarious because she had no idea that we were almost to the top. And she's like freaking out. And we're just like talking. And as soon as you get to the top, it goes, fucking gone, dude. Drop down. It was the weirdest feeling ever. Like, because your feet are dangling. And my feet, like, I fucking swear I almost kicked myself in the forehead because my legs fucking flew up like a rag doll, dude. And it was the scariest thing ever. And Amanda was just dying afterwards. She was like, and I'm like, yeah, I think one shock drop's enough for a lifetime.
No thanks.
So then after that, we go on the magic carpet ride.
Right.
The one that everyone's talking about now. But yeah, so we went on that same ride about 4 hours before that thing fucking went nuts and went crazy and almost tipped over. I took my kid on that ride. Reed went on that. Me, Reed, and Amanda. Yeah, we went on it. It was fucking awesome. And as I'm swinging around, I heard this noise, and I looked over, and I thought I saw like a strap or something in my left corner of my eye, but I'm like, it's cool, don't worry. And I didn't worry about it. But yeah, and then wake up in the next morning and just see that shit just rocking on those videos.
Yeah, that thing was crazy. All those people hopping up to like stop it from tipping over.
Dude, when I was on it, I'm like, man, you're going so fucking fast when you're whipping around that bitch, dude. Mm-hmm. I'm like, if this thing broke loose, we would go flying.
That is an instant death for sure.
Yeah, that would be fucking crazy. But what a cool way to go out.
I mean, that's the way to go. Die at an amusement park. And pay your whole family. Like, it'd be that'd be the way to go, I guess.
Who's that? JD. JD was Joe Dirt. He says, was Joe Dirt running the Tilt-A-Whirl? Let me tell you what. Joe Dirt wasn't, but I did ride the Tilt-A-Whirl, and I used to love that shit when I was a kid. Dude, when you get older, you can't do dizzy shit anymore.
No, it fucks you up.
Yeah, my sister and I went on it, and I feel bad 'cause she's like little and tiny, and I was just crushing side of her. Like it had to be painful for her. And I'm like leaning into the turns to get that bitch really spinning. And afterwards, I needed a minute. And I think the carny working, who was not Joe Dirt, I think he kind of fucking knew because that fucker, he came running to that thing, opened it up, and was like, put his hand in for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He probably didn't want you throwing up in his thing.
I'm always like, I'll never throw up, but I felt my stomach twist. Tilt-A-Whirl. It's a young man's game.
The one that I was always so nervous about, and finally I was just like, all right, I'm going on this thing. It looks amazing. I want to try it. The Gravitron. Did you ever go on that thing? Mm-hmm. Oh man, that was one of my favorite like carnival rides. Did I ever tell you?
They had it there. I didn't go on it though, but yeah.
So did I ever tell you the story of what happened? They used to have one of those at Cedar Point, and my dad, the one at Cedar Point, I don't remember what it was called there, but it was basically you go up on this like balcony, and the top of it you can see through, so you can see all the people spinning in there as you're waiting in line.
Yeah.
So they get it going, and someone throws up.
Oh.
And
that's the worst ride for throw up.
Because of how that ride works, what my dad said he saw was just the puke was like sitting in the air, like almost motionless, and people were just fucking spinning in it, man. So everyone started like throwing up together. They had to close the ride all day to clean that thing
Oh
up.
man, and you know that happens, and like every time like a carnival goes to a city, that probably happens at least once.
Yeah, because
That
thing,
fucker's probably just littered with old crusty puke.
Oh God, I wouldn't even want to think about it.
Yeah,
I
think
went
of
on.
the guys that work there. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, come on, man.
Get a screwdriver.
Yeah, get a screwdriver.
Just go grab the power washer. Fuck it.
I am out. If that guy grabs a screwdriver to fix that ride, no thank you.
And the funny part about that video with the magic carpet ride, when that shit starts fucking freaking out and breaking, if you see the video, you see the dude working the carny who sits there and pushes the buttons. He's like, fuck this shit. He hops the rail and gets the fuck out of there for a sec.
He's piecing out. He hits the power buttons, gone.
Yep, he's like, yep, I'm out.
Because that thing just kept going.
It's got inertia, man. You gotta, they turned it off, but that's a lot of weight spinning up there.
Yeah, that's just got to work itself out. So you had fun up north.
Yeah, I'll have more stories too, but
I got out July 3rd. I got out of work early because usually we have D&D on Saturdays. So I'd been scheduled to get out early. D&D got canceled because Mark was up north and a couple people weren't feeling that great.
It must be the whole effing show.
You were it. So, like, man, I don't want to be in Bay City for fireworks. Like,
yeah,
when you live here, you see the fireworks, you know, they're super cool. We get a good show. But eventually it's too many people come into this town for that now.
Right.
And it's like you got to pay to watch them if you want to get like a good seating in public space. So it's stupid. So I'm like, I want to get out of here. So Jason and I take off to Caseville. My uncle has a cottage out there. So we grabbed some Coronas and hit it up in the sun for a bit. Did some swimming and all that stuff. His two neighbors were having, it got to the end of the night, you know, firework time, like 9:30. And his two neighbors started having firework, like, contest almost. It felt like they started shooting some bottle rockets. They were shooting, like, Roman candles. And then it just kept getting crazier and crazier. They started shooting mortars on the left of us. And they've got, like, there's a beach in front of us. They've got their bonfire at the beach with the whole family sitting there. So they're shooting mortars right there. It's like, that's pretty close to your family. They're like, and I think the dude's wife was like, why don't you move those away since they're right there? They're like maybe 40, 50 feet away from them.
God.
So they moved the mortars up to directly in front of us. Like it's probably about 30 to 40 yards away from us. So there's some distance. It's not directly in front of us. But it's like, every time I'm around drunk people with mortars, it's a
scary scenario sometimes.
They always tip over and start shooting at me, and
Shout out to Justin.
I got to start protecting people's kids that don't even know me.
Yep.
Shit like that.
Shout out to Justin and Mike Bristol.
Yep. And that happens every time I'm around mortars. This time, it did not happen. So Jason and I had a cool fireworks show right in front of us, and they were like pretty redneck people. So I was like, when she told him to move the fireworks, he was like, I've done this one or two times in the past. I know what I'm doing. And it's like, okay. And
God damn it, bitch.
we were just making fun of him as he's walking. Like, I fucking shot some fireworks off in the past. You think I don't know what I'm doing? We just kept making fun of him every time they kept fucking going out there to shoot him off.
God damn it, Cletus.
So, yeah. But they had a pretty... I think they'd been saving their fireworks up for a while because they had a pretty sizable display right in front of us.
Nice.
Because where we're at, like, Caseville shoots off their town fireworks. So, like, the beaches, my uncle's, like, beach area is right here. Caseville's way at the other end of the water. So you can see them, but it's not, like, you know, right there. But we were, like, right underneath it. And that's my favorite, is when you get all the fucking debris flying in your eyes and shit.
Yeah.
Love that.
We bought a bunch of mortars, and that happened. And, shout out to Mr. Perfect. He's probably not watching right now, but yeah, he was fucking with people, and he was also hammered, and he was also the one in charge of the mortars. And
Back up, Terry.
he just kept being like, "What happens? What would you guys think if I fucking lit this and I fucking chucked it? You want to see what would happen?" And everyone's like, "No, no one wants to see what would happen. Don't do it." Because we've been in enough mortar accidents now that, oh God, it's always those tubes. I don't know, fucking somebody puts it on a shaky ass rock or something,
Yeah.
and then the first one goes off, and then the tube falls, and then it just aims right at you.
Maybe if I put it on an angle, they'll get a better view over there. So we'll just set it up a little incline right there. Oh shit, it's tipped over. It shot my whole family. Oh my God.
And now it's fucking Normandy.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, I hope everybody had a good 4th of July.
Yeah, it was
safe. Hopefully, no one blow a finger off.
The best part about that was, as we were heading back from Caseville to Bay City, in Caseville, it was a little busy. It took us maybe 15 minutes to get through the town. No traffic to Bay City. It was just endless stream of people coming from Bay City to Caseville. It's like, oh, yes, I've missed this whole thing. I don't have to deal with all these stupid people.
You're on the other side.
Oh, man. It was amazing. Well, any other 4th of July things from you? Well, let's catch up with the chat here. So, let's see. Noah was saying, too bad you can't find PlayStation 5s in store anywhere. Yeah, I think it's getting a little better because the tariffs on all the computer parts from China or Japan are lifted. So I think they're getting a little easier to find. I know a lot of people that got them in the last sale or pre-sale that PlayStation did, and same with the Xboxes. A lot of people were able to get those. So keep checking. I don't know if you'll find them in store though. Isaac said, I feel like that's something you should be able to find in Vegas, a barcade, pool table, and Texas Hold'em all in one building. That would be sick. Yeah, that would be pretty freaking rad. I would lose a lot of money there.
Yeah.
Joe Dirt was running the Tilt-A-Whirl. You got to work them carts to get the good spins. Tilt-A-Whirl used to be my favorite.
Yeah.
I used to be able to do about three in a row, and then you're just done for the night.
Yeah.
But I didn't even try it. Connor, when can I get on the show? When you start playing video games? Taylor said she's going to be on before Connor. Probably true because you actually play some damn games. JD Blackwell, back up, Terry.
Back up, Terry. Goddamn.
I'm the guy you guys are describing. I love that shit.
Nice.
Well, I'm glad that there's one of you amongst us. And then Eric, what's up? Doing a show, having a good time. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Get a hold of an Xbox Series X got a hold of an Xbox Series X pre-order. I can't. Oh my God, I can't read from this far away.
OLED,
damn it. Oh, cool. Yeah, that thing. I totally forgot about that. Let me cue back up video game news real quick because I forgot about that. So, Nintendo, after their E3 thing, 2 weeks later, talked about a new Switch model. Everyone's been super hyped for a Switch Pro. Well, let me tell you what Nintendo's got for you as I knock over the entire table. They have a $350 white Switch. It's got a white dock and white Joy-Cons, and absolutely nothing is different on it. It's got the same battery, the same processing power. It does all the same things, but the screen is OLED. Oh my God. It is pretty cool if you don't have a Switch, but I know so many people were expecting a Switch Pro. But when you think about it, that thing's been out for
a while now.
5-6 years now. So there's no way we're getting a Switch Pro. They did the Switch thing probably to get everyone to stop talking about it for a minute. They're just going to do a Switch 2. They're going to do...
It's at that point, yeah.
They're going to do a beefy version of a Switch. Not to... sorry if that came off dickish towards your purchase.
That came off kind of dickish.
I'm sorry. I was just disappointed in Nintendo yet again. My friend's kid loved the Godzilla figurines.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
Who was that?
Anthony.
Oh, nice. Okay. Sorry.
I'm glad they like them Godzilla toys. Come on in to One Up Games and get more.
Sorry for being a dick, man. Sorry. Nintendo sometimes gets me going.
All right, let's jump into our next topic.
Yeah. Of course, we like food. We are a little chunky. So let's talk about us face fucking that food.
Yeah. If
feel like the munch and the crunch and like eating out a bunch for your gastroservitude. Sit back for the feud with gentlemen so crude. Is Fat Dude's Face Fucking Food?
All right. This week on Fat Dude's Face Fucking Food, Mark
talks more about his vacation.
Mark talks about his vacation up into TC. What did you eat up there, my friend?
Well, remember, I said I went to a carnival.
So, of course, you had carnival food.
Yes, Gibby's Fries. Everyone up north knows it. If you don't, you're fucking living under a rock. Gibby's Fries is amazing. So, yeah, they're just French fries in a bucket, man. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing special, but they are to me. And you get that? I get the bucket, and then the outside of the freaking little truck there, they got the ketchup and they got vinegar. So you put the vinegar on the fries, and it's good. You a malt vinegar fan?
I tried salt and vin chips. I became a fan of them. They're very good chips, so I'm sure.
It was funny because my kid loves French fries. And, he's like, he goes, when he gets one that's vinegar. And then his cousin, my nephew, goes, yeah, I know, Reed, they're good. And then all of a sudden you get a bad one. Because I snuck in some vinegar on there because I knew if I told him, he probably wouldn't eat them. But yeah.
But you wanted him to try it, right?
Yeah. And also had a turkey leg there. It was good. It was as good as Renaissance Festival. You really don't need to drive down the Renaissance Festival. Same fucking turkey leg that's at any food truck.
That is man.
I feel like once you been to one Ren Fest, that's all you need.
Say that 5 times fast.
Once you been to one Ren Fest, that's it. Everyone yells, and we do it. We go. They go there for a work trip every week. Every week
we go down to Ren Fest for a work trip.
Yeah, they go there every year, and then I decide
those.
to not go, and then they like bitch at me for it. I've been to one Ren Fest.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
guess
to
see all the dudes fighting chainmail and shit.
I mean, it's cool, but every year, I just want a turkey leg.
So you had that.
So yeah, I went to Gibby's Fries, and there's also a pizza place up there called That's a Pizza. And that's the name of the business.
That is a great name for a pizza.
That's a Pizza. They've been around for a while. Just like a normal pizza joint, but they have one special pizza there, and it's called the Idaho Pizza. This thing's fucking awesome.
Hold on. Does it have potatoes on it?
You bet your ass it has potatoes. If you're a fan of potatoes, this is it.
And Mark is the biggest fucking fan of potatoes
I do love me some taters.
I've ever met.
I
if
like
you
me them
can't tell,
taters.
his 2 fat dude stories involve potatoes.
I do like me them carbs. I like to carb up on a hot Sunday afternoon. So yeah, it's pretty much mashed potatoes in like pizza crust, and then they put cheese on it, and then you can get like deluxe, and then like it has bacon and broccoli. You'd be surprised. The broccoli's actually baller. Yeah, and then it comes with like sour cream, and you can dip it in there if you want. But
I could see that
fucking
being
awesome.
I could see that being really good.
It's
actually,
super good. Yeah, and every time I go there, my wife's like, "Yup."
That sounds more like an appetizer thing than like
it's not as big. Like the sizes aren't as big.
Yeah,
I mean, you're eating a fucking whole thing of mashed potatoes, pretty much.
Yeah, that seems a bit.
It's the ultimate fat fuck food item out there.
Do you like starches with your starches?
Give me that starch. Just fucking bulldozer right in my mouth, you fucking bitch.
So
it's great. It's delicious. Everyone should try it.
I don't have a whole lot of fat dude stories this week. I do have so Applebee's, the best microwave, the best food a microwave can cook, has turned me a bit. If you go there for just their appetizers.
Oh my God, you've hated Applebee's forever.
If you go there for just their appetizers.
Yeah, their whole thing, half off apps.
Not even that, dude. I'm not even talking about the deal. Okay?
Okay.
I'm talking about the pretzels with bar cheese.
Okay.
Those things are fucking phenomenal.
Oh man, I'm proud of you.
I don't really like I don't have Auntie Anne's around me anymore. I can't go into the Bay City Mall and get them because they're closed. So I got to go to the SAG.
Closed?
Yeah, the Bay City one is.
Oh wow.
There's still one in the Saginaw Mall, but
that means there's no more food in the Bay City dying mall.
Yeah, it's one step closer to being dead completely.
Well,
but Spencer's sex toys are keeping that thing open like nobody's damn business.
Yeah, they are. Bay City. I love a good vibrator.
I would like your biggest dildo.
I'll take the fucking extra jackrabbit. Bring the food court back no more. Just give me that viper.
So
dumb.
so their pretzels with bar cheese kind of blew me away. Pretty solid invention. Well, not even an invention there, but that was good. And then I had some dessert there as well, and that was their molten chocolate cake was pretty baller. So if you skip
Nice.
the entrees, you should have a decent time at Applebee's.
So that's good to hear. Speaking of desserts, shout out to Leone's in Traverse City. They used to be a frosty treat and everything, and yeah, they it's an ice cream joint, and I get a milkshake, and one time I got a marshmallow milkshake, and it was fucking awesome, incredible, blew my mind. I'm like, this is the best milkshake I've ever had. Forever, I will always order marshmallow milkshake. And then every single time, I've tried it like 8 times, it just tastes like a vanilla shake to me. Like, I swear, like, what happened to this amazing marshmallow milkshake? And it's like, you get it, like the first sip, it seems like marshmallow, and then the rest is just vanilla shake. So this time I came in prepared. I was like, all right, I want a marshmallow milkshake. Now, can you put extra marshmallows in there? And they're like, yeah, because they're always like 12-year-olds working there. It's like their first job, and they're like, yes, sir. Well, would you want the actual marshmallows, or would you want like the
Marshmallow fluff or something?
yeah, the fluff of the liquid marshmallow? And I'm like, huh.
That's a good question.
I didn't know that there's different options here this whole time. And I'm like, what did they? I'm like, I'll tell you what, can I get both? Because I'm a fat fuck, and this is what we do. And I'm like, can I get both? And can you put extra in it? And I'm like, I'm determined to have this milkshake taste like marshmallow. And I got it. And the first sip was awesome. And then it just tasted like vanilla shake.
So you just like at the very bottom.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. But yeah, you guys should try it. It's fucking good.
I don't like marshmallows, but I feel like I could get behind a marshmallow shake.
Do you like marshmallows in your cereal? Like Lucky
yeah, I can get
Charms
like
and stuff?
Lucky Charms. I think it's just like the texture of just a straight up marshmallow is just too much for me. Like the taste of it's pretty decent.
I mean, it's been buying those cookie dough, like the raw cookie doughs with marshmallows in it from Lucky Charms.
What?
Yeah, it's like Lucky Charms marshmallows in this cookie dough, and it's on the package. Because back in the day, remember they say you're not supposed to eat cookie dough. Well, now on the package, you're like, hey, fat fuck, this one's okay to eat.
Yeah.
You don't even have to bake this shit.
You can't get what is it?
Salmonella.
Salmonella. I thought salmonella was a type of dinosaur. I don't know what that's from, but
But yeah, that's great too. You should get those. You can get it at any Walmart.
to answer your question, Eric,
Diabetes in a bag.
it sounds like y'all aren't going back to Fat Dude's Weight Watching Food. I've been watching it a little bit, but
Yeah, what the hell?
it's 4th of July, man.
Yeah,
Like,
I was on vacation, Eric. Okay.
Jesus.
Just so you know, I weighed 250 before my vacation. I came back and I weighed 250.
You can't tell people your weight.
So, nah. Nah.
So
I walked a lot.
So we had some time off for 4th of July, and I went to IHOP, who is no longer open like 24 hours or whatever, which is
Nothing
super.
is anymore.
Yeah, it's super.
COVID's over, folks.
Yeah,
I want to go to Meyer at 3 a.m.
yeah, it's fake now. God, we're past that. But no, I went there, and they were, it was the longest wait of all time, and I kind of felt like a dick when I walked in because I'm looking like yeah, it's like a 40 to 45 minute wait, and I look around, there's like 3 tables full. Like, I literally look around, I'm like, okay, and he's like, we only have 1 server work, and I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Like COVID and the day after 4th of July, like
And because no one wants to work anymore.
the facts check out. So we wait there for 45 minutes. There were 6 tables ahead of us, none of which showed up. Because for some reason they don't have like that texting thing set up to where you get like an alert if a table opens, like every restaurant did when COVID started.
Yeah.
So you just had to sit in that fucking lobby, and if he called your table and you weren't in there, it was right on to the next one.
Yeah.
So there's nobody waiting in the lobby. So we're like, okay, yeah, I guess we'll wait because more than likely this time is going to be halved at least. No, it was not. It was 45 minutes.
Jesus.
But it's like the day after 4th of July. So it's like what am I going to drive around, hit up Cracker Barrel, hit up fucking Denny's, go to Bulb Evans. Like, I didn't feel like it. But I will say, some of the best damn pancakes I've ever had.
Nice.
When you're hungry, and then you also have to wait an hour to get your food that you've been thinking about all morning, makes you appreciate that food when you get it.
I actually went to Bob Evans also. I had a Sunshine Skillet.
It's pretty good, yeah. Bob Evans is not bad.
Sunshine Skillet. It's fucking nice.
Fucking nice.
Nice. All right. We talking about enough food?
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe we should, why don't we get into some store stories now that we've mentioned our foodie stuff.
Store stories.
Did you forget your segment, Mark?
Sure didn't.
You'll remember it.
I'm ready to go.
So store stories. So, speaking of VR from earlier, I had a couple customers that were very stoned that came in. They fucking reeked like marijuana, which, whatever, do your thing. It's legal.
It's legal now,
It's
dude.
legal unless you were driving, which I don't care. I ain't the fuzz. I ain't gonna rain on your parade. So it was their first time playing VR. We hooked them up. They came in at $7.50. So they wanted to play for an hour. So it was gonna go right to close.
Fine.
Like, okay, whatever. That's fine.
Who said that? Oh, okay. JD.
Bulb Evans sucks. Agreed. Not really. They're okay. It's like the mediocre food that you can get. It's about as mediocre as you can get.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's okay. JD interrupted. You fucker. So, yeah, they came in. We got them set up. They were playing like Arizona Sunshine, having a good time together. They're like, whoa, man. Whoa. This is crazy, dude. It was the most, your stoner voice that you do, it was that.
Spot on.
Spot on with what that guy was doing.
Far out,
It was,
man.
it was literally that voice. It's like,
Oh.
whoa, man, this is crazy, dude. I feel like I'm in this game right now.
Oh, dude. Fuck.
They were having fun, so I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So they were playing some games, having a good time. They hop on Battlegrounds, and they just go for it, man. They just hop right in the lobby because there's like training. You can walk around and do stuff, and they're like, we got it. So this video is actually on
I saw that.
the
Okay.
Facebook.
Okay.
That is the guy, and I'm not talking trash on him. They were just having a good time. I'm glad that they were able to play. I even gave them extra time so that they could have fun with Battlegrounds. I stayed open till like 9:15 and bumped their time
Nice
up.
guy. Good job.
Yeah, we were having fun. So he perished. This dude jumps out of this plane, and I didn't catch it on video. But he was like just freaking out, man. He's like, "What, dude? I'm actually floating down there, man." They both land together. I couldn't figure out how to get them in a lobby together, so I just had them started at the same time. And they fucked up the drop real bad. Like, they were not even close. And you could see in the video.
Where are you
he's
at,
like,
bro?
I'm on a bridge, man. I'm near a bridge, dude. I'm in a... And the other guy's like, I don't know where the hell I'm at or whatever. Oh,
Okay,
my
that
God.
would make me like VR, just watching those guys play.
Oh, it was a blast. Yeah, I told them, because they, like, died super fast.
Dude,
So
sweet.
I told them. Yeah, I told them, like, I gave you guys some extra time. Have some fun. Play the game a bit more.
Ah, far out, man.
So there's that. And then I should have started with the negative, went back and went to the positive, but we're going to go to the negative now.
Okay.
So we were talking about customers being assholes last week.
Asolio.
So I went to grab some chow for the team. Okay?
You do that a lot.
I
You were
usually
like the Chow King. You were.
I don't know why I'm always the dedicated chow guy. I don't know. I need to not do that. But I grab food for him, and in the 10-minute span it took me to grab food, I get a text and 2 phone calls. And the second phone call I picked up, I'm like, Colin, I'm in the parking lot. He's like, okay, I have an upset customer that just called, and yeah. I'm like, okay, I get in there, drop the food off. I'm like, so what happened? They're like, well, we sold them a PS4. The the controller that we sold them wasn't working, or it like wasn't charging or whatever. So we swapped the controller, gave them a more expensive controller for free because it's what you do. We fucked up, so give them another controller. Okay. They take that and go back, and then they called. So that was like 2 days before. They called, spoke with Colin, and it was a female and a gentleman. The female called and was like, hey, this thing is spitting out discs. It's not working. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I want a new one. I want a new one now. It's like, okay, well, they don't really make these new anymore. Like, we can fix it for it. No, I don't want it fixed. I want a new one, and you guys are going to get me it now. And he's like, well, I can have you, bring it in. We'll take a look at it. We may have one that we can swap it with, or we can fix that one. No, I don't want it fixed. And then the dude hops on the phone, and he freaks out on Colin. He just starts dropping F-bombs and calling him names. And
Dude, I wonder if we fix these guys' phones. Because this sounds like the same type of couple that does this shit.
So they were freaking out on him. And he's like, well, if you want, the manager's going to be back soon. I can get your name and number and he can call you. They're like, yeah, you let me talk to the manager and I'll give him a piece of my fucking mind. It's like, okay. I have no problem talking with people like that. They don't really frazzle me or anything usually.
No, we've been in the game for a while now.
It's like, whatever. I'll de-escalate that situation. Because sometimes there's just that customer that you can't de-escalate that someone else needs to. So I call him up. Voicemail. Like, hey, it's Matt from Meteor Reload calling. I heard you had an issue with a PS4 we sold you. If you could give me a call back, I'll be here all day today. Hang up.
Have a fantastic day.
Look at the phone. Line 1 is on hold. Like, ooh. Click the line 1. It's been on hold for 15 minutes. Like, okay. Hang that one up real quick. Call back immediately. Like, not even within 5 seconds. Get a call back. Yeah, y'all aren't answering your fucking phone. I've been on hold for like 10 minutes. And I'm like, well, I just called you. Like, okay. I take it you're my PS4 issue. They're like, yeah, this thing ain't fucking working. I want a new one. And I'm like, well, they don't make new ones anymore. I can't really do that. I can fix the one you guys got. No, I don't want it fucking fixed. I already told the guy that. We've been up there. We've already swapped the fucking controller. I want a new one. I know you guys can get them. Walmart's got them for like $300. You guys overcharged me for this one anyway. And I'm like, whoa.
Wow.
We overcharged you. They're like, yeah, you guys made me pay $288 for this thing. You told me on the phone it was $219.99. I'm like, okay, well, let me go find that receipt real quick. I'm like, no way we fucked that up. Look at the receipt, and I'm like, you guys got this with Grand Theft Auto 5? They're like, yeah, we got that. I'm like, looks like you paid $1 for the game with our game credit. And then the system was $219.99, or $95 rather. So it was like $238. I'm like, maybe the receipt printer messed up and made that 3 look like an 8. I don't know.
Right.
But, nice save. I'm like, I don't have another PS4. I can't get brand new ones. But what I can do is I've got an Xbox here with a copy of Grand Theft Auto that I can swap you, even though it's more expensive. Or we can fix that one up. They're like, I don't want this fixed. And he doesn't want an Xbox. I'm like, okay, let me go check in the back, see if we got one back there. Check in the back. We have one that we just fixed up. Like another console that we just fixed up. I'm like, hey, I actually have another PS4 for you, so I'll set it aside. That console, so they throw their fit. Consoles, I'm like, okay, maybe they'll come in later. I'll take care of it. They can yell at me. I don't care. It's whatever. Swap that console out. That console is still at my store. So I don't know if they were just fucking morons and just like their cat was going by, ghost touching the PS4, like popping the disc out, or if they had it sitting weird where something was hitting it. No issues whatsoever. Or maybe they were just trying to get a free, like a new PS4 out of us for free. I don't know. But they have not been back. So all of this,
that's fun.
All of this swearing and cussing and unnecessary loudness for absolutely nothing. Like I get, if we sell you something broken, like you have a right to be a little upset and inconvenienced. Okay, understandable. You don't need to be a dick. We'll take care of it. But, yeah, if you're going to be a dick on the phone, at least come up there that day to take care of it. or the day after or something. Yeah, that thing's
You got
still
a warranty
fucking,
for a reason, man.
that thing is still there.
You're still buying a used system.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna be a dick, we have the right to refuse your service.
Yeah, I told Colin, like, you don't have to sit there and just take insults on the phone, man. You can hang that up. Like, we don't have to sit there and take that.
Yeah, John did that once, and then they called back.
That motherfucker hung up on me.
That
This
cold-
is bullshit.
That Cold Pizza Jones.
Oh, yep, the one and only.
One and only. What about you, Mark? Have you?
I don't really have anything, man. I was on vacation. I just was gonna say we hired 2 new people at One Up Games, so that's exciting. Got some new blood.
some new blood in the
First
shop?
day was today, so yeah.
How did
Train-
your training of 2 new people go?
It was good. Yeah, they're very promising. So I'm excited to see how it goes.
Maybe we'll hear some store stories about the new hires. at
These guys
One Up.
fucking suck.
3 months down the road,
I hate them.
I promise.
Well,
I'll wait 6 months.
we've been playing a lot of D&D. Well, not a lot of D&D, but we've been playing some D&D lately. We just had a fucking awesome campaign on Saturday.
Yep.
And we got a little bit to talk about with that.
Streets of Rage.
Bow!
Dungeons and Dragons.
So why don't you...
Oh, it's gonna be so tough. It's always hard to explain these
start-
tales.
You're better at recapping these, but I will cover my story here.
All right, so we met this giant dragon when I think we left off here. It was a giant ass dragon, and it flew away. So we were like gonna be toast, right? But then it went away. So we went back to town, and we pretty much ended up getting like quests to go to this other town where we had to go into this like cave. And what were we looking for again? Oh, no, we had to clear this cave out of monsters. So,
Oh, the Miner's Cave?
yeah. So, yeah, we had to clear it out and everything and see what was going on. So, as we're going through the cave, tiptoeing into the darkness, we're going through, and there's multiple levels of this cave as we're finding out. There's elevators, and they're really sketchy, like old mining shaft elevators. So we're going up them,
Yep.
and we have to go up one at a time and everything, and be real careful about it. And then we get up there, and Voss, who is our druid, notices that there's a creature up in the cave ceiling.
Yep.
That's been taking a look at us. What was it called again?
A grell.
A
It
grell.
is a terrifying thing. It's like a giant brain with like tentacles that come down like 15 feet. It looks
And
disgusting.
it has a huge like beak too.
Yeah,
So like
yeah.
picture this floating brain, because it can float. It can like levitate and move, and it's sitting right above us. And the only one that noticed it was our druid.
Mm-hmm.
And
Even though it's literally like
they
right
let
above
us,
it.
yeah, they let us know about that being there. And the only reason it hasn't attacked us is because we've been rolling as a group. So this thing could totally fuck us up if one of us was there.
Yeah, if
So-
you're a single person,
So we're like,
You don't
okay,
wanna
we
mess with
just
that.
started exploring. Let's see what's the rest of this, and then we'll come back to this thing, because this thing might be a fucking hard fight. If we like, if it's not gonna fuck with us, let's just keep moving through the cave. So
before we got there on the first level, though, we came across 2 giant rats.
yes,
And we were like, we rolled our initiative. Everyone's like ready to go. And Mark just fucking like action surge. It just smoked
No,
both
an
of
action
them.
surge.
You didn't even action surge?
No, man, I just get 2 attacks now. I'm level 5.
Yeah, you just
First
smoked
attack,
them.
killed one. Second attack, killed the other. I'm fucking rat slayer up in here.
It was so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like everyone's ready to go. Mark's just like, done.
So we keep exploring the cave, and we decide to leave the Grell alone. And then we come into this one area that's real rickety, and it's got wooden. And we walk across this wooden platform, and they're giant pits. And you look down, and you can't see the bottom of these pits. You throw like a rock down, you never hear the end of it. You never hear it hit the ground. It's fucking down there, folks. It's way down there. And we're walking across the walls on these rickety platforms. We notice there's a rope that goes across.
Yeah.
And Matt is a cleric, and who's Alok,
Yeah.
the cleric, and he keeps getting this divine feeling like he needs to go there.
Yeah. So, I in my backstory, I have amnesia from something. That's how I met up with the party because I joined a little later. So when we woke up, I had this divine inclination to go to this town and go to the mine, and I got into a very heated argument with Jason and Rick, Chala, and Meryl. About going to the mine instead of going to the Blue Clam, which was a bar there.
The DM was sending Matt
Yeah.
messages like where he should go or something because it was part of like the story.
So we get to this town. Sorry to backtrack.
He backtracked.
I'm sorry. We'll get to it.
Go.
But it is imperative to this. So we get to the town. There's a town speaker. We're all arguing, and they're like, fine, fuck it. We're going to the mine. Town speaker's like, attention, monsters in the mine.
That was a newspaper boy.
Yeah, newspaper boy. See the speaker of the town if you want more information. So we're like, all right, fuck it. We'll go see the speaker. Where is the speaker of the town? He's at the Blue Clam. It's like, motherfucker, Zach. Like, seriously, you made me get into an argument with these guys about this. So we go to the clam.
And that's where we found out what cave to take the monsters down.
Yep. So get to the clam, or get to the cave.
Yeah, this is he's having one of those divine things, and we're like, what the fuck? No, we're not going over across this pit to this area you feel like going right now. We're gonna keep exploring. That looks too dangerous because it's like this rope that goes across. It's like a little elevator that goes like left or right.
Yeah.
So it's
Super
real rickety.
sketch.
Well, we go and we meet. What are those guys called?
Cobloids or Cobloids.
Kobold. Yeah. Duh. Yeah. So there's like there's a couple of kobolds we ran into, and we just beat those guys up, and we took them, like we just fucking like knocked them out.
Just decimated them.
Yeah. Well, and we put them as prisoners, and we put them in like cuffs.
Mm-hmm.
So then we told them, well, hey, we'll keep you alive or whatever if you just take us to your leader, because their leader is this guy named Trex, and they kept saying Trex is super smart. Trex has wings and everything. Trex is the strongest. Yeah, Trex. And like they were like, yeah, and their kobold voices, which I can't do really good one.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Zach's
Zach does
very good
great at it. Well, anyway, they lead us to Trex, and we see Trex, and
We were thinking he was going to be like a humanoid, like badass dude.
yeah, and he's just a kobold with like wooden wings taped to his back.
Like paper mache wings.
Yeah.
Just nothing. And he surrenders immediately. He was just terrified by it.
He's like, we got no problems. And we come to find out that he's totally lying to us this whole time when we're trying to talk to him and interrogate him. And yeah, we find out that he's actually possessed. This Trex is. So he's actually possessed by a ghost. And we're like, whoa, okay, yeah. So one of us cuts, like, to get him to tell the truth.
It was not a good, we did not have
we kind of
proud moments leading up to this.
Yeah.
Rocky cuts off a finger of one of the prisoners, which just throws Trex out. He's like, why would you do that? Like, he didn't do anything. And then fucking Chala just completely axes their arms off.
No, that happened after. So we find out this dude's a ghost.
Ouch.
And we agree to take them out of the cave.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, we still want to mess with that. What's the
Grell.
Grell. So we still want to mess with that. So we're starting to think of, how can we maybe feed one of these guys to the Grell and then get it, once it comes down to feed, then we can ambush it all at once and attack. That's what we were thinking. Mm-hmm. And then Matt came up with this idea.
I was going to knock Trex out.
Yeah, so we ended up, how did we throw those guys? Oh,
so we got into
Rick freaks out then. Ricky's character does. And he just cuts the fucking hands off of one of our prisoners. Just cuts their hands right off.
They've done nothing at this point.
We're like, what the fuck, Rick?
So they attack.
Yep, and then I grabbed one of their tails and threw his ass like fucking Mario 64 down that pit that never ends. We never hear him hit the ground.
Yeah.
And yeah, he goes all the way down. He's probably still falling as we speak.
Yeah.
And then Trex, we decide, well, we're kind of thinking, let's knock this fucker out and we can just feed him to the grill. Yeah.
That was my plan, not knowing that this ghost could leave that body at any time. So we knock him out. I do not knock him out on my hit. Mark punches the shit out of him, knocks him out cold. The ghost leaves Trex's body and possesses Mark. So
For a little bit, yeah, I got possessed. But luckily, you got me unpossessed.
got you unpossessed.
Yeah. So we fought the ghost. We kicked its ass. And then we're like, oh, shit. So we went over to the area while Trex is still passed out.
Yeah, we threw him in handcuffs, and we go back to
So Matt decides, okay, I want to go over there so much, I'll go over there. And as he gets about halfway across
this gigantic fucking pit that Mark threw this kobold down that we never heard him drop, so it's just endless almost.
the grill has moved, and it is right above Matt.
Yep.
Right above him. He's in this little rickety elevator thing, and the huge pit is underneath him. And it just grabs a hold of Matt. Whoosh.
I'm not out of the bucket yet, but I am very close to falling out of this bucket
And dying.
And I had Arate set aside. I'm like, all right, so we'll see if you come into play here anytime in the next week or so, because I was just ready to die.
So, long story short, we kicked ass with some ranged attacks. We took this thing out. It died. We saved Matt. Matt crosses the other side of the pit. We find a mind flayer skull, and inside it is a crystal.
A psi crystal.
A psi crystal. And then, so we end up leaving it because we cleared the cave out, and we go back, and then the next morning when Matt wakes up, he's just like a robot repeating this order.
Yeah, so I grabbed the crystal out of the mind flayer skull, which, granted, probably not the greatest idea I've ever had, but I did it. And I start remembering some stuff about my backstory.
You can say it.
And then I wake up, meet everyone at breakfast, and
keep in mind, we did bring Trex with us.
yeah, Trex is now our prisoner.
He was
but
kind
also
of, he's
ally.
kind of like rolling with us. We're like, we'll take care of you, buddy. Don't worry.
Yeah, his whole
Not what we lied. We said we didn't tell him about murdering all of his friends.
yeah, because he didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
But everyone gets down to breakfast. I come down afterwards, and they start talking to me. I'm like, Nautiloid down. Emergency protocols enabled. Crew safe, but vessel imperiled. Psi crystal needed. Come at once. And I just freak everyone out. They're like, what the fuck?
And he
Like,
keeps
what are-
repeating that.
what are
That's
you
like
talking-
all he can say.
Yeah, they keep asking me, and after like the third time, I just get up and leave. And everyone's like, do we like just knock him out to stop him? Like, what the fuck do we do? And Mark's like, I think we should probably follow him. Like, let's see what's going on. So I get out of the place, and I start getting the axe beaks ready to go. And someone finally takes the crystal away from me, and I return to normal. Give them the little the brief backstory that I know about the psi crystal. So we head down south, like 7 hours trip to this crashed ship.
Yeah.
And
It's
we
like a crashed ship that flies.
Yeah,
It's like an alien ship.
it's a completely organic ship. It's like the
Something.
illicit or something like that.
Yeah.
And we get on the ship and fuck up some little squid dudes and
Fighting fucking aliens, man.
Yeah.
In a spaceship, a crashed spaceship. Like, I'm like, is this still D&D?
yeah, it's this weird stuff. And then we're finding out I'm fucking from the moon, and this ship, these people kidnapped me and implanted something in my brain. It was crazy.
Yeah, so they want this crystal to get their ship back. And so we ended up making a barter with like the alien dudes. And so they gave us some items, and we decided that we needed to get their help. And in order for them to be able to come back and find our location, one of us would have to have the chip to know our location. And none of us wanted to do anything.
I
So
told
we're
them
like-
I wanted to be purged from their system.
So we're like, oh shit, wait. We got Trex outside still, just chilling in the sled. So we brought Trex in. This poor man who we've put through so much, who is totally chill with us at this point now. And we're just like, hey man, these guys just want to do something here that's gonna like help you out and stuff. We'll get you food and all this stuff. And he's like, okay. So yeah, dude. Yeah, they totally put a freaking chip in Trex's head, and they can totally pinpoint our location. So now we always have to have Trex rolling with us to get aliens help.
But we will get some aliens help down the road.
And the cool thing was, they gave me a laser pistol.
We got a laser pistol, a squid helmet of telepathy, a pacifier rod, and a contacts of
Glasses
of seeing, pretty much. It makes the shits, you can see stuff a little better.
But yeah, dude, laser pistol in D&D. I got one.
Yep.
Freaking nuts.
Mark has a laser pistol,
Yeah.
and I'm a life cleric from the fucking moon. So get on my level.
Came from the moon. But yeah, sorry we got off on that, but we had to catch you guys up on D&D. It was a freaking awesome night. Shout out to Zach. You're a great DM. You did awesome, man.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun role playing that. It was very spur of the moment, and Zach and I just rolled with it. It was a ton of fun because we did not plan any of that. I didn't have any backstory planned or anything. So that was a ton of fun. But we only got a couple segments left. We were getting near the end of the show. Don't have too much chat to catch up on. My second copy of Skies of Arcadia worked out well. 1UP Games hooked me up there, so good job fixing that copy of Skies of Arcadia.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you.
And
Appreciate your business.
Rico asks, hold up. Rico asks, is this the dude that chewed them out last weekend? Possibly, I'm not sure. And at Mark, shout out to your dude who fixed my Game Boy. So
Who said that?
that was Rico.
Oh, for sure, man.
Don't forget, Media Reload also does repairs.
Thanks, Rico. Appreciate the business, bro.
Rico's a cool guy.
1UP Games. We're here for you all the time.
And don't forget, I've hooked you
Don't
up
forget,
on
Matt
everything
has-
in the past.
Don't
and
forget, Matt has
literally
VR.
like
If
one
you
of your
feel
best
like-
friends, and have done so much for you over the years.
you like
And I
VR.
can't believe that you've taken a repair to another place.
If you like VR, Media Reload your place.
Anyway, let's get into our video game gem of the week. You guys can see it chilling right there, right in front of Mark, and we have the clone of it on the other side of it.
They already saw it.
Well, the people on the show don't know.
Oh, yeah.
And we're also playing it on Facebook right now. So the gem of the week. Thanks.
This could be a busted gem, but
You know what? We'll play.
No.
No, we'll do it. We'll do it. I actually don't have. I don't have busted. I don't have busted gem anymore. What happened to it?
Good, because it sucked. Oh, God.
Don't you dare say that my sound bites suck. Let's see you get some better ones.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. What is that from?
I can't remember, but it's not good.
Is that like Fester's Quest?
No,
that's not
But
Fester's
Dr.
Quest.
Jekyll, Mr. Hyde?
No, that's something real bad, though.
Yeah.
That's not great.
Anywho.
Anyway, the broken / amazing video game gem of the week is Olympic Hockey 98 Nagano. We did that partially because the Olympic Games are back and better than ever.
You
I
know what they
guess.
play in the Summer Olympic Games? Hockey.
So, the reason we say it's a busted gem, Mark informed me before. the
Yeah, it was
show.
actually. So I was like, oh yeah, I have that game. That's sweet. It's just like Wayne Gretzky, but cool, man. It's got like all the other. It's got all the national teams and stuff. Let me see if it's got any music or whatever, and I'll watch a review for it. Why not? And then I learned a lot.
Yeah. So tell me about Olympic Hockey 98 Nagano.
So apparently, IGN, it's like one of the only games IGN rated 0. Like they gave it the worst review
Big
ever.
fat nothing.
Yeah. So if you like, the reason why they did that is because they don't count it as a new game. Apparently, it is literally a clone of Wayne Gretzky 3D hockey. It is literally just a reskin of that whole game, which to me, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get this game for dirt cheap. You can get it for like a couple bucks, $3-4 maybe.
Yeah.
And Wayne Gretzky's like 10. So I
Yeah.
mean, like, yeah, it's okay if but back in the day, could you imagine dropping like $60, $70 on that?
Especially like if you're buying that game, you're a hockey fan, and of course at that point you would have purchased Wayne Gretzky's 3D hockey, like so you would have known like this is literally the same fucking game,
which is a great game. It's awesome. Wayne Gretzky's 3D hockey is fucking great.
That's why these games get both the broken and amazing video game gem of the week.
Yes. And so literally it's just it's just a reskin. It pretty much has like less modes and it has all the national teams on it.
And you messaged me this week. You're like, here's my gem. And then you're like, actually, here's my gem. And I'm like, I don't think I have that game. And then I look at the shelf. I'm like, I actually have that game boxed. I didn't even know I had that game boxed.
It's not worth much.
So we're gonna try and do this from now on. Probably not gonna happen every time, but pretty cool that we at least had those up there. But yeah, so that was the video game gem of the week. Obviously, Wayne Gretzky's 3D hockey is incredible.
So yeah, it's hard to get some 64 games right now. 64 is fire. A lot of people love 64, and you go into the stores and you're like, do you have any 64 games? And you look, and most of the time they're like, all I got is these crappy sports games. This one will be in that same pile of crappy sports games, and it's not a bad game.
So if you can't find Wayne Gretzky, at least you can get that, and you probably get it for like $3.
Yeah. So
until this episode debuts, then everyone's gonna know. Oh shit, that game's actually good.
And then we'll increase the price, and then somebody's gonna sell it CIB for $1.5 million.
Oh shit. Let's talk about some video.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Let's talk about some video game news. So this week, another stupid VGA WADA sale has occurred on Heritage Auctions. Actually, two of them. Legend of Zelda on the NES has sold for $870,000. Brand new in the box, revision A. You know, there's a little letter that's like off-centered or something. I don't fucking know. Whatever. It's a Zelda game.
Matt's going to get
brand
mad.
new and sealed.
Get ready for
another game has toppled the amount there, almost doubling that sale. And do you want to know what it is? My God. It's Super Mario 64 on the Nintendo 64. That game sold at a whopping $1.5 million fucking dollars, graded at a WADA 90 or 9.8 or whatever the hell they do for their grading system.
Send that bitch in.
So I actually have 2 copies of that box. Want to know why, Mark? Because they made fucking 12 million of those games. That game is $1.5 million sealed in graded condition that they just fucking throw a random number at. And granted, we've talked about grading on this show plenty of times, but let me just put into perspective. I made a little Facebook post about it, actually, just so you guys understand how stupid the pricing structure on this is. A Nintendo Champions Gold card. They've made 26 of them. There's an absolute 26 of those in existence. Who knows how many of them have survived?
Right.
There's one on eBay right now graded at a WADA 5 for $1 million. That's for sale. The last one of those that sold at $50,000 or something like that. Or I think it was $50,000.
I think said 80 something.
80, maybe it was $87,000. So there were 26 of those in existence. The Nintendo PlayStation, the dual console prototype that there is one, count it, one in existence of, that sold at $230,000, I think. So a game that they have, let me get my numbers right. Last sold for $100,000. So Nintendo Champions Gold Card, $100,000. The Nintendo PlayStation sold at $300,000. So this fucking game that there are 12 million times the amount of a Nintendo PlayStation sold for 5 times the price just because it was sealed. There was nothing special about it. It wasn't like a misprint. It was just a 9.8, brand new. And it sold for $1.5 million because 64 is so fucking crazy right now. And because comic book graders and people in the business of investing are ruining our loving and passionate, our love. Sorry, I'm getting fired up. they're ruining video game collecting, and I don't really care. I'm never going to grade games, so if you jackasses out there want to pay $1.5 million for a game that you could go to the store and get for $30, by all fucking means do it.
Yeah, that makes absolutely no sense to me.
And my favorite,
I think you should sell some of this stuff. We'll get a fucking nice ass studio.
Yeah,
in here.
fuck it, man. $1.5 million, I could just go buy a fucking studio.
We'll have a whole house.
Yeah, fuck it.
A whole house. Sell that Rob.
Like,
say it's like rare. It's holding a NES zapper.
yeah,
just glue it.
This
to
is the
it.
only one ever made, and it's $3 billion.
No. If it was the only one ever made, it would only sell for 100,000.
Yeah, right. Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
One of my favorite lines in that article that I read was, this game did not sell because of its gameplay or something like that. It only sold because of its collectability. It's like, God, that right there is the fucking line of the century. This game didn't sell because someone wanted to play it or anything. It sold because it's fucking new. Like, it's so, oh my God. I hate grading, and I know it's like becoming more and more and more a thing. And, you know, we still have not gotten a single graded game in our store for sale. Like, no one's ever brought one in to sell to me.
No.
And
I
wouldn't buy it because fuck you.
Maybe someone did. Somebody did, I think, one time. Yeah, they brought it in. It was like a Legend Zelda game. It was one of the Game Boy Color ones. Yeah, and they just, I'm not going to give them what they want for it.
Oh,
because
there's just some arbitrary fucking number behind it. You're telling me out of 12 million of those games in existence, there's only one in that condition? Or they said they're like fewer than 5. How do you fucking know that? How do you know that someone just doesn't have a fucking sealed shipper box of those sitting somewhere?
Right.
Like, it is such an arbitrary number to put behind something that they've made so fucking many of. Oh my God, I hate fucking WADA and VGA. If you guys did not notice, so thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's the news for the third time tonight.
Thank you for the news segment. I totally fucking forgot about it, and thank God I remembered. Oh no, I forgot to Hold on, Mark. Stall for me for a sec. You got to stall.
So yeah, if you guys want to play hockey, there's some hockey games there. Shout out to the Tampa Bay Lightning for winning the Stanley Cup and winning me some money in our NHL pool. Got $160 because of the Stanley Cup win from the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Oh yeah, you owe me $10 fucking, you cheap bastard. I was actually, because Mark sent me a bunch of Venmo fucking notifications because we were covering a buddy for it. And he sent me like 3 of them, like, hey, did you get my notice? Hey, did you get my notice? Hey, did you get my notice for a fucking NHL payment that hadn't even started yet? Which I'm not that mad. Like, I wasn't mad about. But I thought about sending you the $10 like request and then just fucking alerting you of
How
it
did you
like
even know
13
about
times. Because Dylan, we hopped on NHL 21 together.
Dylan.
And he's like, oh, by the way, I gave Mark my 20. And I'm like, yeah, that motherfucker totally fucking trying to steal $10 from me, you son of a bitch. Anyway, let's get into our video game memory. And I did promise Mark that we would change up the sound for it.
You actually did it? I can't believe this. This is monumental. You didn't change it.
Oh, no. It's because I took away my Bluetooth. Stall for a second.
This fucking guy. So, yeah, if you guys want to play any hockey games.
Okay. That was way more intense than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, get that to be an actual soundbite.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That was a high quality soundbite.
That was super cool. That was Xbox.
So our video game memory this week is, it is summer out. I'm sweating my ass down here because of how hot it is outside.
Summertime, and you know what that means. Gonna head down to the beach and do some beachy things.
So games that you played during the summer instead of going outside. So
when you're ultra hermit, you're like, this game's too good. I don't need to go out to the beach. Man. I don't need to go hang out with my family. I don't need anyone.
I want to clip that rant and post it post it on our page because that was a good VGA rant.
You can do that.
Ask
Andy Harrington how to do it. He knows how to do all that.
I can clip that and send it. But yeah, I actually have a couple good stories about this. I've talked about it a little bit. The summer that I started working at Kroger, I had a shit garbage ass computer, and a couple people that I met at Kroger wanted to play some PC games, so we did everything in the book to try and get those fucking things running.
1.5 mil.
1.5 mil, baby.
Sorry.
Eventually, my shitty desktop computer, I realized that was not going to cut it. So my brother had just gotten back from overseas, and he had bought like a nice laptop to have over there.
Oh, okay.
With a DVD player and stuff. It was a nice HP Pavilion. Completely broken screen. The hinge was all fucked up on it. One Up Games fixed that later for Colin.
I mean, well, he did take it to a war zone.
Yeah, so I wasn't mad. I mean, I still got a fucking laptop for free, but it was way better than the gaming PC that I had at the time. So I installed Counter-Strike on it and Civilization 4 and hooked it up to a monitor. And at that point, I had like the best gaming PC of the group. That HP Pavilion was pretty sweet. So we would do... It was summertime, so I didn't give a shit. Like, it's not like I had a bedtime or a curfew or anything. So I would get out of Kroger at like 10, go home. We would hop on, and we would do marathon games of Civilization 4. It's like 25 turns to build like a worker. It's insane. Like, the amount of time that you have to put into one of those games to finish it is completely absurd. Yeah. Because you can, like, there's different game lengths that you can do, like quick, standard.
I told you
full.
about the PS1 with Dom.
Mm-mm.
He played that Civilization on PS1 forever. I don't
think
know if his memory card was full or what, but he kept that bitch on all the time.
Really?
Yeah, he kept it, like, his PS1 on all the time. He turned his TV off, and then he kept his PS1 on all the time. And I don't know if it was my mom walked in and saw the light on, or if it might have been me. Probably. And yeah, I turned that bitch off.
Heel ass Mark.
Yeah, I didn't mean to. If it was me, it might have been my mom.
So you fucked up his Civilization game?
Yeah, probably.
Well,
Sorry, Don.
So we would do that. I would literally get home, hop on the computer at like 11. My mom would get up for work at like 6:30, and I would go downstairs and say bye to her and grab like some pop or something and go back upstairs to play for a bit longer.
You did that? She didn't care?
No,
my dad hated that shit.
She definitely was not like... She probably... Mama May's probably thought, like, God, my son is such a fucking worthless piece of shit.
Dude,
like,
yeah. It was the worst thing ever. When I'd like go out and like I'd be playing, mine was like Final Fantasy 11. I played that a lot, and then Halo a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But then there was some other games that just like consumed me, and just took over the whole summer. Like I didn't do anything but that. But yeah, I remember my dad just like getting up to go to work, and like this is when I'm like summertime, 15, 16, so I could totally be, going out to the job site with him.
Yeah.
Make some money.
Learn a good, hard-working,
trade.
blue-collar son.
Yep, go learn a trade.
Sorry, Doug.
And then, he'd be up and he'd be like, Jesus Christ, you're still awake? And I'd just be like, I've just been playing. He's like, Jesus Christ, you're going to sleep all fucking day when you finally go to sleep. I'm like, yeah, pretty much.
It got to the point where, like...
So disappointed.
So, you know how my mom's old house was set up? Like, you had the kitchen, the living room, and her bedroom was lower level. Like, you had the 2 bedrooms upstairs, and then her bedroom was on the bottom floor, like, right next to the dining room kitchen. So if I wanted to go get a drink or a snack at night, she was going to wake up. She's the lightest sleeper ever.
Oh, yeah.
So it got to the point where it's like, I know I'm going to want, like, a fucking Pop-Tart or something throughout this night. Like, I can get away with getting a drink out of the fridge without making too much noise. But the cupboard with the box and then the package, it's like, I'm going to wake her up for sure.
Yeah.
So I had, like, a stash of snacks and stuff upstairs in my room that I would just save
like a
for...
fucking rat.
Yeah, I was a fucking pack rat.
Yeah.
And I think I even kept, like, Pop up there just because I didn't want to... Like, I'll drink a Warden Pop. That's not the end of the world for me.
I can't.
It's not the greatest, but whatever.
I remember one time I got real stoned, and I don't smoke weed that often, but I did, as a kid and stuff. And that's why I don't like when I'm high. I'm paranoid as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And but this kid that was hanging out, he was perfectly cool with it. Like, it just made him all chill. He's like, "Yo, Mark, what you got to eat, dude?" And I'm like, I don't know. I think there's pizza rolls out. And he's like, "What? Yeah, dude." And I'm like, "I'm not going out there. My fucking dad just woke up and he's sitting out there like watching TV and shit. There's no way in hell I'm going out there." So then this kid who's like never come over ever just walks out to the kitchen and he's like, "What's up, Mr. Reichert?" Just starts fucking turning on the oven and shit.
Oh,
and like,
no way.
Like he's cooking up some fucking pizza rolls and shit. My dad's just like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Did Doug give him any shit for it?
No, he was always pretty cool with my friends and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was just like, "Oh, I'm going to hear about this shit."
Yeah.
He didn't even care. But yeah,
Yeah, my mom never gave me shit for it either. She would probably, I think if I caught her, I tried to not be too obvious with it, but I would catch her sometimes at like fucking 6:30. I'd be like, "Oh, hi, Mom." She's like, "Go to bed?" And I'm like, no, I didn't. Yeah, I stayed up all night.
And now we stream for 24 hours to raise money for children's hospitals every year.
Yeah, who would have thunk that all this gaming
And we
my whole
manage
life would've
video
paid
game
off?
stores.
It all worked out in the
And
end.
we have a world famous podcast with 7,000 million kajillion viewers.
Yeah, they are just all tuning in tonight.
Multi-billionaires.
That's all right. We'll get the crowd back. Like we said, weekly schedule. It's pretty exciting. This setup worked out really well. Yeah, I'm pretty happy.
Dig it.
I'm pretty happy.
Seems like the viewers liked it too. So
we're gonna find different games to throw on the Nintendo TV each week as well. I think because they all do fun little demos. Like
right,
Zelda's got a good one and all that stuff. So we'll see what happens. But thank you everyone for tuning out or tuning in rather. Tuning in and then tuning out when we started talking about D&D. That's what happens usually.
yeah.
But yeah, I think that was a great fucking episode, and we can't wait to see you guys next week on the Matty Ice and Marky Mark podcast. We'll stay live for a few minutes just to chat with you guys, but the people listening to just the sound, thank you for tuning in. We'll have this episode up as soon as we can, and we will see you guys next week on the Matty Ice and Marky Mark podcast.
Peace.
Thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. It was a fun show.
Good times.
Really appreciate all the feedback on the setup. Yes, it took a long time to get this fucker looking good. Oh, shit his pants. Just fucking ripped ass. Live in
holding
front
it for
of
a while.
millions of viewers. Oh my god. It's fucking hot. The lights burning. Woo. Turn the TV on.
Well,
Fun show. Good live show. Thank you. It was a great show. I enjoyed it.
thanks,
Thank you,
man.
Kyle. I enjoyed it. Oh, Kill Mason. What's up, man? Thanks for tuning out.
Thank you for
Tuning
watching.
in. I don't know why I keep fucking saying that.
tuning out.
Tuning out, tuning in, whatever you want to fucking do. Yeah, we're going to start streaming more. And I actually have a decent stream setup. So I might even be playing some fucking games throughout the week.
Oh, yeah.
Who knows?
That's what I was thinking. It's too bad that we don't have it set up right now. We should totally play this NHL or this hockey game.
I actually could set it up real quick. What time we got? It's 12. Hang out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. You entertain the
I gotta
masses.
pee.
Oh, man.
Sorry, dude. I've been holding it for like fucking 2
I
hours.
gotta shit. Just kidding.
Well, just take it in there. Just bring him.
No problem, dude. I liked it. We need to talk. Whoa, Scat CSGO battle. Is that what that says?
Scat cage battle, boys.
Oh,
Andy,
Oh,
the
snap.
legend, the
I didn't even
myth.
think about it. So that's gonna have to be I think that's gonna be a Facebook Live thing. But we will definitely be meeting that challenge that you laid out for us. Whether we do the Scat CSGO battle or the thing that we talked about that no one else knows about. But yeah, we definitely want to do some stuff with that for sure. I'm gonna end the recording because no one needs to see. Well, actually, I won't because we're gonna be playing some Olympic hockey or whatever. Nagano Olympic hockey. We'll probably hang out till about 1 o'clock or so. So when Mark's done pissing, he can entertain you guys while I set the 64 up, and you guys can watch us play some hockey. No, it was a fun show. It's always I said nothing about CS:GO. Scat. What is it? Oh, Scat Cage Battle. My bad. I'm reading this I got a like 20-inch monitor that's like fucking 8 feet away right now. So Cage looks very much like CS:GO, and I was just talking about Counter-Strike. Sorry, I got Counter-Strike on the mind. It's a fucking awesome game. But the Scat Cage Battle. Get Macho Man in there, fucking host it for us. Dead ass Macho Man Randy Savage. Host that Scat Cage Battle that you talked about. That's a funny episode too, dude. I gotta listen to you guys talked about My Side of the Mountain, and I really am excited to listen to that whole show because that's one of my. Hopefully, you guys didn't shit on that book too much because that's one of my favorite books from, like elementary, middle school. Because like the book says, a lot of kids have that dream of fucking going away and going into the wilderness. And I was one of those kids. I still kind of am. Sometimes I want to just go off grid and fucking get away. But then I think about all these awesome games. It's like I can't fucking live in a tree. It's no good. I ain't got no Wi-Fi there. No Nintendo 64. You ready, Mark? You done pissing?
Oh, God.
All right.
Do you want to play games or do you want to, what about editing the show?
I'll take care of it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's going to be a quick edit anyway.
Okay.
Not too worried about it.
Oh,
13 ads at the end of this one.
dude. That's sweet.
I know. It's just like a fake little thing, but it's cool. I got the...
What up, yo? We're going to stream a game. See how Matt can set this up. We'll give him 5 minutes.
I had a Nintendo 64 that was modded for all this shit.
So he's always like, yeah, I can set that up real quick. And then it's always boxes of shit.
Everything around in this fucking basement. You give me shit, I will fuck you up. I fuck you up, man.
Fuck with me, man. Hey, watch. That's my stuff. That's my wallet. Now is your chance, Mark. Just win that $1.5 million game. Woo!
That was a good rant about that.
He stole it from us. My precious.
Let's start my own video game store. Ha! See ya, Justin. I got Mario. Got that Mario money. No. Dude, he's going through this box right now. And there's just 64 after 64.
It's a fucking issue.
He's got so many fucking 64s. Every color. Why do you have so many 60? You know how many 64s I have? 1. Got it for Christmas, 1996.
I have 11 64.
He has 11 Nintendo 64s. If you guys are wondering why you can't find one at his store, this fucker has 11 of them.
It's kind of an issue. I think we might have to move this table up a bit, Mark.
It's fine.
So I
Just
can
be careful with expensive microphones.
hold on to your drink.
They're all... Okay.
Rob's still hanging on for dear life.
Oh. So, how do you feel about the stools? Our $30 stools.
You know, I was actually impressed with them. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, we got to about hour 40. Hour 40 and
Yeah, I was
my
gonna
butt
say,
starts hurting.
Hour and a half. I can feel it. For sure.
Yeah. And plus, I think I'm chafing like a bitch right now. Chafing like a bitch. Can you hand me a Major Melon?
You don't want one of your frostbites?
Oh, I can have a frostbite. That's fine.
I mean, you did buy them. If you don't want them, it's fine.
Oh, you can keep them here. You can have.
Really?
It's my gift from. Yeah, that's my $10.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Fuck off. Cheap bitch.
I don't know why he sent me the 20. He could have sent you 10 and me 10.
That's a good point.
because he wanted us to fight.
I think it is. You guys all like a little drama here and there.
That shine, baby. Looking good.
You guys all like a little drama. Oh shit! I gotta get.
You live for the drama, man.
I gotta get the Elgato going. I completely forgot. This is gonna take a minute, actually. You know what I'm thinking about? This is gonna take a second.
What are we playing on?
Playing on this monitor.
Oh, far out, man. Okay, 5 more minutes for Elgato.
Yeah, that's a fair amount of time.
Bum, 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 bum. Who's Kill Mason?
Phil Mason is the guy I went to high school with.
Oh.
Dude,
Nice.
his name is Mason.
Oh,
He has a very good Twitch channel.
it's
He does a lot of guitar playing
nope,
and video
different
gaming.
guy. I think I have someone else. That's badass.
Yeah, he's a cool dude for
I
sure.
appreciate him watching.
Thank you, Mason.
If you're still here, come on into One Up Games. See you watch the show. Give you 10% off. That's how we get.
You know what? I'm smart, and I put all of our streaming stuff into one bucket, just in case. I mean, a
Oh,
good-
damn. God damn, you're a smart man.
So this goes here.
Thanks for watching. Just getting some stuff set up right now. We're going to play a little 64 after we finished the podcast. It was a great time. You guys stick around here. Matt's getting everything set up. That's what he does. He's the tech guy. He gets everything set up. I just sit on camera and look as pretty as I can. Eesh.
You're doing a great job there. I'm actually pretty impressed with how quick I'm setting this fucker up. I don't like to toot my own dick at all.
Yo, be careful. Your camera's about to fall. I looked at the monitor. I'm like, why am I tipping over? That's a fucking $300 camera. Starting to move more.
How are we looking on screen there?
Like I'm falling over. Oh my God, you're making me nervous. This isn't even stuff I own.
We're good. We're good. You're making me nervous, okay? That thing is on there. You can go nowhere but.
Okay. Wow.
Is it sitting in a good position?
Yeah, it's fine.
That fucker hasn't moved a bit.
It moved. It was moving.
It's moving pretty good.
Fucking people watching thought we were probably in an earthquake.
I gotta fucking get a game capture on this fucking screen real quick.
Oh, hey, I'm looking at myself on the thing. On Facebook Live. Inception.
Oh, yes. Yes.
My favorite thing to look at on Facebook is my own profile pictures.
And I scroll through them.
Here you go, Mark. Here you go, Mark. Oh, I got this from. No, I didn't get this from Games.
Watermelon or jungle?
Watermelon.
Watermelon or jungle? Hey, Matt, what's good?
Who is it?
I don't know. Can't see from here.
Matt. Hey, man, what's good? It is Nick G. Nick G 989, the Funko with the pops. I think he's coming to your store, actually.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I've met him. Yeah. He's got like his hoodie with this stuff on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've met him before. He's a nice guy.
Nicky G is fucking baller, dude.
Yeah, because I mentioned you, and he's like, yeah, Matt. Watermelon or jungle green? Which one should I use? Oh, man. I'm going with watermelon.
I don't know if I can switch these on the fly.
Watermelon for Major Melon, Mountain Dew.
Guys, our stream might fuck up for a second.
What you doing?
Well, I need to switch to a stream with,
See how much I do for the show.
You
Sitting on my ass.
You couldn't even get the rubber band off it.
Watermelon or jungle green? I'm working on it. I'm retired.
So this stream may fuck up. I'm not gonna lie. Go watermelon.
Watermelon.
They all got helmets on their head. I got a watermelon instead. So
Plug her in, bruh.
the Elgato's running, so that means that we can get sound from that. Yeah, this is a horrible idea.
Can't do it.
Okay, this may fuck up. I apologize.
what a setup! Oh!